All right, welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today, we are finally back. We're back, baby.
We never left.
Well,
man,
I've been up all day.
Look who just woke up. I've been up for a while.
We are reviewing the brand new movie. Comes out Friday.
It comes out tomorrow.
If you're listening to this on Thursday.
I think this is one of the first times I've gone to see a movie on like opening day or whatever in a long time.
Second, we went to go see another recent movie because I remember I ended up finishing the episode that night so it can come out Friday. I forget what it was. Something recent.
Oh, was it Ninja Turtles?
It was either Ninja Turtle. I think it was Ninja Turtles because that came out like
August 4th.
Yeah, it came out like because remember it was a day early. It came out like on a Wednesday.
Yeah, they pushed it up. Yeah, they pushed it up. So we did. We saw it the day of.
But there was another one too. There was another movie.
I think Mario. I think they did it with too. I think that one they pushed up.
It was either Mario or Haunting in Venice. Was that brand new when we saw it?
It was new when we saw it. I don't know if it was like day of new, but it was definitely new.
We've seen a couple movies on Thursday. We've seen like 2 or 3. To be fair. Where it's been out Thursday, and we're like, hey, it's because the first time we ever, because that's the reason why I even said something, because I was like, does it come out Thursday? Because we saw a movie like this on a Thursday, and I don't know what it was, but it was great. Because like I said, I remember I edited it.
Blue Beetle. Was it Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle?
Yeah, because we thought we couldn't see it in the theaters because it wasn't listed on the fucking Cinemark app for like the week
until the day before.
We were like, we're going to go see it. Yep. No, we're not. They're not showing it.
It was like Wednesday. You were like, hey, what about? And I was like, it's out.
Yeah, and I was like, what? We're going. Yeah. Okay, yes, it was. It was Blue Beetle. Okay.
Like,
well, then I'm wrong. It's been like a month. It's been like 2 months since I saw a movie on opening day.
It's been three months. August is a long time ago.
Feels like it.
October was a long time ago. So
what month is it now?
November. Yeah, November. NOV, the 9th month. So 11. Yeah. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, we went to go see The Marvels today.
Yes.
We are back. Big haircut's back. My boo.
Yes.
My boo Bree. My girl Kamala. Love her. She's the best.
She's great.
So good.
People hate her.
I know why. But it's fine. I don't.
No.
I love her. I think she's great.
Hilarious.
Same. I love Rambeau.
Yeah.
Rambo's great. Captain Trouble. Nope. Listen.
Actually,
his mama name was Captain Trouble. I'm going to call him Captain Trouble. So... But anyway, brand new movie, The Marvels, comes out tomorrow. Comes out today when you hear this.
Ooh.
Friday.
Ooh.
Friday. I'm gonna try to
putting that pressure on.
I'm gonna try to work it tonight.
Pressure cooking.
Also might not. I gotta work all day tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah. We also had some slushies. Mixed berry. Delicious. Just like it would have been last year.
Yep.
So good.
Did you guys know that Kool-Aid expires? I didn't. I did not.
Good times.
I did not know that.
Smacks of ham.
It's hot ham water.
Oh, good times. I like Arrested Development.
Same.
Did you like that little Disney comment I sent you? The on the pose for Starship Troopers with Lucille too.
Yes. You're making me dizzy. Yeah, unless you're dizzy. Yeah, because I'm not dizzy. I didn't get that vertigo. It's our vertigo. Well, now it's my nausea.
Oh, you gotta stop. You gotta stay still.
You're making me dizzy. Chicken fingers, stop. With club sauce. Popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
With club sauce.
Stop.
Chicken fingers. With spicy club sauce. Stop it. She can't read. She forgot her old lady glasses.
Hilarious.
I'll read you the lady. assortment of ice creams and sorbets.
Oh, is that the hairless guy?
Stan Sidwell, yeah. The alpaca.
Oh, God. I should watch that again. Eventually.
Every time.
4 seasons in a movie.
Did that guy's eyebrow just fall into the bowl of candy beans? It's all right. I always carry a spare. I certainly hope you also carry a spare bowl of candy beans. How they never said jelly beans? They always called them candy beans. Because Michael...
It's British.
Michael felt like he deserved a whole thing of candy beans.
And he did.
So how's that shower coming? Where's Rita?
It's like, well, those things look religious. Oh, she goes back in.
Oh, yeah,
she really liked the grapes. Huh.
For the grapes. She really liked those. Terrible. Terrible. And she hits him in the ass with a cricket bat and just starts scream laughing.
My tiny teddy.
Time for bed. Okay, night night. It just like jumps on the bed, falls face first onto it. Hilarious. That shit's funny. That shit is funny.
My favorite African American, I tell you, Charlize Theron.
What?
She's my favorite of all time. She's a true African American.
Really?
Yeah. She's dual citizenship.
Like Elon Musk.
Well, he's not my favorite.
Probably.
He's the worst. He's the worst one.
There you go.
You know, he's the worst. Those. Let me tell you. Tread lightly, Chris. Might get your fingers bit.
You know what? I am going to let it ride. I'm just going to let it say he is my least favorite. He's my least favorite African American also, I suppose. And I'll leave it at that. God.
I love it. My
goodness.
You might get your fingers bit.
Oof.
Oh, Christ. Okay, there's a movie here somewhere.
Oh, my goodness.
You get the finest table and eat that. Let me stop. Okay.
It's the boy
let's
from
see.
down the street. Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, not him.
What's his name? Yeah.
Timmy. Oh, I mean, we're rich, but...
But they, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, my. That was a time.
That was a good time. Let me tell you.
That was a time that was a party in the USA.
Oh, yeah, we ain't talking about Miley Cyrus. I'll tell you that much.
Have you seen, unrelated, but it made me think of it, that TikTok, if it's like some old fucking white guy, and I don't know what the context is, but he's like, you can call me anything you want, but don't call me that. And it's like, like he's laughing and just saying that, but he's like talking like this. Like he's trying to talk and laugh at the same time. And I think it's one of the funnier things that I've seen on TikTok.
I have Megan send it to me.
It's just this old redneck guy. I'll have my people send it to your people.
I know. I sent her something the other day. I was like, should I tell her to let her see it, or should I just... You know what? I think she'll get it. She'll get it. No, I forgot what it was.
She doesn't.
Oh,
no. She gets it. She gets them, but usually when she shows me ones, it's ones that are on her list that she's like. So maybe they might make... Like, if you send it to her and she likes it, it might end up on her list, so maybe I've seen them inadvertently. But I know there's been ones where I'm like, send it to Keith.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely...
Tell him it's from me.
There was one I saw. I was like, oh, this is definitely...
Tell him it's from me.
For sure. There was something, I forgot what it was, and I was like,
I sent you something on Instagram today, a curb clip.
Oh man, I went on Instagram because I was like, okay,
yeah,
I know it's October. I was like, but other than that, I did like the fact that she was like, you sure? Megan was like, you sure you don't want to click? You sure? She said something stupid. It was funny. You didn't see it? No. She was commenting and making fun of the bots that were commenting on your...
Oh, yes. Yeah, every time I can't post a fucking drawing on Instagram with all these fucking bot pages. I'm like, send pic. I'm like, this is...
Yeah, and then she commented, she was like, you don't want to send a pic?
You want to send that pic?
I thought that was so funny.
Send that pic? I was in the room with her when she did it, and I just looked at her. And I was like, all right, this is funny.
She's getting funnier now.
She's funny. She makes me laugh
hilarious.
every day.
Yeah, she sent me something the other day. I was like, this is wild. I forgot what it was. Because I watch so many TikToks at work. God knows. This is why you guys aren't getting your redacted. Almost let it slip.
Uh-oh.
Get the bleed button ready. All right, let's get into the let's get into
what I mean. You know that one.
You know what I said to you last night?
Uh-oh.
It came out of nowhere. I was like, has anyone ever called you gay bod? Not here. Gay bod.
God.
And I only think of Danny. Gay bod. He just bows it because you know it's coming. That's what she said. But you know it's coming. It's hilarious. Anyone ever called you gay bod?
Happy birthday to Gabe.
Get out of here.
Get out, skeleton man.
Oh, this was nice. Do we want to wrap this interview up, or? Oh, we're being serious. Okay. All right. Fuck you, Gabe. How about that? I love it. Okay. All right. Let's get to the cast. That's me.
Yeah.
Me with the cast. Me cast. You cast. Me cast. All right. I'll be back
after these messages.
Bye. Bye, Pam. Bye, Tuna. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers. Need some likes. We are about to do the cast. And by we, I mean me. Me, I mean Keith. By Keith, I mean Captain Trouble, since nobody's using that anymore. Ooh. By the way, that slipped through the cracks. I had already saw that clip.
Oh.
I was like, damn you.
I don't think I saw anything that wasn't in, like, the trailers. I don't know if that was in a trailer, but I didn't.
It was in the last one.
But I didn't see the last one, though.
That, I didn't either. That part slipped through. Where she was like, Captain Trouble, my name. I was like, God damn it.
The only part of this movie that I knew I was going to see that I've seen a million times was when Goose eats somebody for the first time in front of her, and she screams like, I know that's coming.
Did you know people were pissed off about Goose
being still around,
being not real? So they had a cat.
Did people think that? Do people think you can get a cat to do whatever you want?
They had a cat apparently before. They had a real cat, and then they went. Now, those are all CGI cats now.
That's not surprising to me. As a person who lives with a cat and has in the past lived with other cats,
right?
I can't get them to do anything.
How many cats did they have? Like, that was 1,000 cats.
There were so many.
There were so many cats.
There was at least 30 at one point.
And then not only that, and then when Goose was like licking himself, I was like, that has to be CGI, because he was like sitting like a bear, and then he just started licking himself.
Like, cats do that shit, but like you
but
can't.
Not like that.
You would be sitting around all day waiting to be like, all right, wait till that cat starts licking itself, and then turn on the special effects.
Yes.
It's doing it. Stopped. It stopped.
Because it wouldn't have been that long, right? Yeah.
No.
And cats also don't do that out in the open. They like go off to the side sometimes.
Well, they sometimes do it. Our cat does it right in front of us. He doesn't give a shit. But some animals will definitely like be private about stuff. Yeah. But in some cases, it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
There it goes. It just happens.
Fair. But yeah, this was like 6 months ago. People were pissed. I was like, oh my God, you guys are finding everything to be mad about.
Did they think a real tentacle monster was going to come out of that cat's mouth?
I think they just wanted people to, Here's the thing, Chris. You're an animal lover. The two women I live with, they're animal lovers. Some people go extreme. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And I think this was an extreme. Like, oh, cats can't get any work. Like, people are mad.
They're mad that cats can't get any work in Hollywood.
I think they just wanted to be mad about the Marvels as opposed to whatever they were talking
These
about.
CGI effects are putting all these cats out of work. These CGI effects took my cat's job.
Because they knew the cat's real name, like not Goose. They were calling him by his real name. Like, oh, Bob. I don't know if he. That's the thing. I don't know if he died. I feel like he died, and they didn't replace him.
Animals do that. Sometimes animals die. Unfortunately, they don't live as long as us, or they live many times as long as us. There's like very little in between with animals. It seems.
Hashtag parrots.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you live 15 years. Oh, you live 150 years.
Same.
Okay.
There's like wild parrots in LA, apparently.
I believe that.
And there's two reasons why, and they're both the same reason.
People.
Two people at different times didn't know each other, had pets. One of the guys, his house burned down. Parrots got out. Can't catch him.
Of course not.
The other guy, parrot just got out somehow. Couldn't catch it. Now. No, not the two pairs aren't even together. They're two different cities. Like,
okay.
But in LA, but like two different areas. So like the one, because the people I follow on YouTube and Facebook or Twitter and whatever, he was like, yeah, we got a parrot infestation, blah, blah, blah. He's like, they're literally like on the palm trees. He's like, they're everywhere. And then the one guy was like, yeah, you know why? And he was like, no, that's what happened over here. He was like, yeah. He was like, it's happened a lot. He was like, when you see wild animals like that don't belong, it's because they got let out, and they're gonna figure out a way. Life.
There it is.
Life will find a way.
Finds a way. Every time. Or just die.
I mean, either or.
They'll either die pretty quickly or they will like survive.
Live forever.
Yes.
It's godforsaken child.
Onion.
Same.
That's not getting old.
Okay, let's get to the cast.
Insufferable child.
All right, the cast of The Marvels. It's a group. We have big haircut herself, Brie Larson. Miss Oscar winner herself, Brie Larson. / Captain Marvel / the Annihilator, which I think is amazing.
It's a pretty sweet nickname.
I would love to be called the Annihilator. Come on now. Either that or Icebox. Those are the only two I want.
Icebox.
That's it. It was one or two. I don't want to be called anything else.
Was that a kid on Mighty Ducks?
No. Another sports movie.
Little Giants?
Yes.
Okay.
The girl. She was Icebox. She was a beast.
Icebox.
She was a football player with a skirt on. She was adorable.
Why not?
I mean, insane. All right, next up we have who am I? Okay, Brie Larson. Teyana Paris? Is that how you say her first name? I really don't know.
Tiana? I don't know.
Tiana? Yeah, I've never tried to say her name. I just realized that. I've seen her in so many things. I've never tried to say her name. But yeah, Tiana. Let's go with that. Yeah, she was in a lot of movies. She is Monica Rambeau, a.k.a. Captain Rambeau, a.k.a. Captain Trouble. We also have Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan / Miss Marvel. Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury. We have Zoe Ashton as Dar-Benn. We also have Gary Lewis as Emperor Draug. Park Seo-joon as Prince Yan. Zenobia Shroff as Muniba Khan, Kamala's mom. And then Mohan Kapoor as Yusuf Khan, Kamala's dad. And Sagar Shaikh as Amir Khan, Kamala's brother. After that, we're gonna get into some nitty gritties. Next up, I'm gonna save him for last.
Oh, did we say spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert.
Did we say that? I don't know if we did or not.
We didn't, but we're going to say it now since I'm getting to some nitty gritties.
Ooh, here comes the gritties.
Here it comes.
Which one's the nitties and which one's the gritties?
Well, the grittiest of the gritty is going to be last.
Yeah, because one of them was in the movie proper.
Well, proper. That
could have been the mid credits.
It could have been.
That could have been the mid credits, and then the mid credits could have been the end credits.
Listen,
which didn't exist.
But hey, I'm not here writing a movie.
Exactly.
They did it the way they did it.
Saved us some time.
Listen, also, you could have took more of my time. So either way,
yes.
Let's see, nitty gritties. Let's get to it. We have Tessa Thompson. Surprise cameo as King Valkyrie.
King Valkyrie.
I don't know. I let me tell you what I thought when her and Miss Captain Marvel like hugged. I was like, oh, so they talk like which kind of makes sense, but also like, oh, okay, they have a friendship, they have a whatever. And then back of my mind, I was like, I hope they make out. I don't know. I just I was like, kiss her.
It's better not awaken anything in me.
Kiss her, kiss the girl. I was talking to King Valkyrie too. I was like, kiss her. You know you want to. Anyway, Tessa Thompson.
Just do what comes naturally.
Been a man. Just let it flow. Some wine. Anyway. So yeah, Tessa Thompson, King Valkyrie, love her. She's amazing. Haley Steinfeld as Spider-Gwen. No, I'm just like,
that would have been something else. Let me tell you.
Oh,
this is something else.
Kate Bishop could die for all I care. She came as Spider-Gwen.
Kate Bishop.
Anyway, Haley Steinfeld is Kate Bishop. I love this girls' night, Kate Bishop. This is so fun. Why do you keep calling me Kate Bishop? So you know my name because you might kill me? Yes.
Just a pot of mac and cheese and some hot sauce. It's girls' night.
I gotta watch that again. Just that scene. Florence she got an Oscar for that.
I feel like I could watch that show again.
I've watched it twice. It's good. It's good. It's also Miss Marvel is amazing. That's a good show. Loki comes on in an hour, FYI.
Yes. F my eye.
Okay. Last of the nitty gritties. What are we saying? Spoiler alert.
Alert. Oh, there's two. There should be two actually for this scene, and I don't see.
Yeah, she's not on here.
Where is she?
She was all up and through this movie. Find her name for me because I don't know her name. While I say this last thing, and by the way, I also have something about that too. Okay. And not blinking, you miss it. This will blew your mind. Oh, Tobias, you blow hard. I just blew myself.
Get a tape recorder. You're gonna be surprised.
Kelsey Grammer is up the bat.
Goddamn.
As Dr. Henry Hank McCoy / Beast. For some reason it says voice. He looked like him. Yep. I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was probably CGI. I don't give a shit. He looked good.
Just took this part of his face, made it blue, stuck it on a CGI thing. Perfect. Perfect.
It couldn't get any better. Listen,
I was so happy to see that.
I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
No reason to think that was going to be in it.
When she, we'll talk about it.
A man can dream.
We'll talk about it. And I didn't dream. I dreamt the dream.
And you wanted the other one, right?
Yes.
Lashana Lynch.
Lashana Lynch as, what was her name?
Maria Rambeau as
Monica's mom.
And from what I looked up online, binary.
I saw that. That's in the credits in the facts and stuff. I already read it. It said Beast and Binary. I was like, ooh, I don't know what that means, but I love it. But that also means that she's not Captain Marvel.
We'll talk about that too.
But somebody said she was Captain Marvel. Like I read something that said Captain Marvel, but they said binary. Is that? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm excited.
I'm pulling some stuff up for when we talk about it.
Okay. So that's it. I'm done with the cast. It's now with young Chris with the plot because we gotta get into this movie.
Okay.
Plot it up. Plot it up, baby.
Okay. In this movie, obviously,
nothing happened.
B showed up. No, that's.
Wait, who? Oh, yeah, that's honestly.
No, okay. So this movie is
good.
about Carol, Kamala, and Maria. All three of them in different areas in the same time. So Kamala's on Earth, being a teenager on Earth. Captain Marvel is in space, fighting people in space as one does, and Rambeau is also in space, working with Samuel L. Jackson in space on like a space station, on the Sabre space station. When Rambeau comes in contact with a warp, some kind of warp gate, simultaneously Captain Marvel comes into contact with, or no, she didn't touch the thing. She was in the area where someone just found a bangle just like Kamala's. They all used their powers in the similar, they all used their powers in similar time frame, and they all switched positions with each other, which we saw Captain Marvel and Kamala switch at the end of Miss Marvel, where she flew through her closet door, and at one point I think I even thought that she like transformed into her or something for a brief instant, but that's not what happened. They all switched places in space simultaneously. We learned that Dar-Benn is the successor basically to run on the Accuser. She has this fucking space hammer, and she's out there trying to avenge the Kree Empire's downfall at the hands of Captain Marvel herself. She's out there, she finds this bangle, which is one of a pair that Kamala, it is a pair with the one that Kamala received from her grandmother. So it has powers, it grants her abilities, powers like it's space-time in nature, so she can create warp gates in space. She creates one near Earth, people end up going through it, and we discover that she is, the long and short of it, she's going around space basically stealing resources to restore her home planet, or the Kree like home world of Hala, or one of the Kree worlds of Hala. She's going around to planets that Captain Marvel eventually puts together, places that are important to her. She's going to those places and either destroying or stealing things from them. She steals the atmosphere from one of the Skrull colonies from one of the planets that the Skrull colony is on, destroys it. She goes to what was it called? Alanda?
Oh. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, something close to Atlanta, but not. Also not Atlantis. A world that is mostly water.
I thought they were saying Aladdin at first.
Yes.
But, yeah.
But yes. She goes there, steals water because their ocean dried up. She goes to Aladna, that was the name of it.
Aladna.
Yeah, I was close. She goes there, steals their water. She went to the Skrull planet and stole their atmosphere. And then the last thing she does is she comes back to not Earth itself, but like our solar system, and tries to steal the sun because Hala is like existing in like perpetual darkness. Their sun is dead. Your son is dead. So they have to stop her. That's it. While they're doing that, they're switching around with each other. We get Samuel L. Jackson comes back to Earth, meets Kamala's family. Rambeau comes with him at one point or another, and everyone's worlds collide, everyone's support systems collide, and everyone ends up in space, and shit goes down.
Say it. I agree.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll talk about the rest of it.
Oh, yes, we will.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Yeppers.
Okay.
What do we say about yeppers?
But
No, don't say it.
All right, let's get into some likes.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Do it.
Since you finished up the plot.
There we go.
Kamala Khan. She was one of the first ones on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do I love her, she's hilarious. That's why I love her, because she's so funny. Yeah. And she acts like a kid in high school. She acts like a awkward teenage kid who's in high school meeting the hero that she models herself after. And yeah, she's great. And she's so awkward and giddy around her as well. Hilarious.
She's really good in this role, I think. Not that I've seen her in anything else.
Same.
But I think she's good at it.
She is like the best.
And that's, I think, the thing that makes her so convincing is why a lot of people don't like her. In that, like, you're like, oh, teenagers, oh, they don't act like that. Yeah, they fucking do.
Spider-Man acts like that.
Teenagers are cringy. Teenagers are fucking cringy. When I was a teenager, I was probably fucking cringy.
Spider-Man acted like that when he saw fucking Robert Downey Jr. Then he acted like that when he saw Nick Fury. Then he acted like that when he saw Captain America.
Toby acted like that when he fucking saw MJ.
Also, yeah, for some reason.
For some reason. Inexplicable.
Idiot.
Ugh. But yeah,
same.
She's a kid, and she gets excited. Imagine having a personal hero. Couldn't tell you what that's like. God. And then meeting them. What?
I just say goddamn.
What?
Person. You met Mick Foley.
He ain't my hero.
Oh, but he's good. Cool.
Foley is good. He's not my hero. I couldn't tell you honestly anyone in my life that are like, they're my hero. They're my idol. They're my idol. They're my idol.
But there are people that if I got around, I'd scream like a little girl.
Yeah, there's people that if I met, I'm like, I think they're really cool. Unless my view of them gets shattered by something.
Per usual.
Yeah. So, like, I don't need it to happen. Like Larry David. Really funny. Cool. Not my hero. I wouldn't say he's my personal hero.
Who would you get giddy? I mean, giddy over.
Probably him.
Probably Larry David?
Yeah. I'd like starstruck.
Yeah.
Him. I made it happen when I met Booker T. I got really excited to meet Booker T. The Miz. Name a fucking wrestler that I like, and I'd probably get excited to meet them. I don't know, like several celebrities that I would be like, oh, I'm gonna meet them. That's really cool. But I wouldn't say like they are what I strive to be.
No, you shouldn't.
No, exactly.
I saw a thing. Somebody on TikTok was like, by the way, I work with a lot of celebrities, and I believed her. She was like, I forgot what she said. She was like, I work with a lot of celebrities. Celebrities are dumb. She was like, most of them either come from money, and they didn't really have a personality. They're good at what they do. I'm not saying they aren't good at what they do, but if you ask them something that they're not prepped for, usually they'll fail because they can't speak. It's like they're dumb. It was like she said, who was it? I forgot who she said. She was like, yeah, but they can't. But she was like, usually they come from money, and because they've been acting for so long, they probably didn't have any formal school. A lot of them drop out of high school. And I was like, yeah, if you think about it, you never hear. You're like, oh, this person went to blah blah blah, but then you only hear about the special ones, like, oh, they graduated from college with this degree. Mm-hmm. You know, like Blossom, or I don't know her real name, but you know what I'm talking about?
Blossom.
She was on Big Bang Theory. She played Blossom back in the day when Blossom was on the show.
Oh, the one who hosts Jeopardy now.
Mm-hmm. She's like a neuroscientist or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So you hear about it or like Tom Morello for Rage Against the Machine. He's a political scientist, like by degree. So it's like, yeah. But she was like, most celebrities are stupid. That's the reason why when they're speaking out against these things, they sound dumb. Because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why their PR teams are like, hey, shut the fuck up until we write something for you.
Yeah.
Which is fair, and they haven't been doing that. And I agree. So, yeah, they're all dumb.
But I couldn't tell you somebody who I like. That's who I love, that person, model myself after them.
No, not model.
No. Her, yes. Kamala, like Captain Marvel, like that's her hero. That's Twinsies.
Oh,
she dresses. Her room is Captain Marvel. Everything. She has a fucking Captain Marvel pop figure, which exists in universe, which means that those people have their own merch out there concurrently while they're doing shit. That's great. Yeah. I mean, we've seen it. They had the
I
con,
was
the
say,
fucking
yeah.
Jersey con, which is also amazing.
Yeah. Also, there was Hulk and Burning Fudge.
Yep.
With the Hulk flavors. Yes. It's pretty chalky. Yeah. 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 I mean, which is fair because why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
If someone offered me a merchandising deal based off of the nothing that I've done with my life,
Same.
I would accept it.
100%.
I would take that deal.
10 times out of 10.
Is it going to make me money? Are you going to make more than me? Sure. Probably.
I don't care.
Am I still going to make some money?
Okay. Back to our conversation about me getting off the internet, which I'm probably won't do, but I'm talking a good game right now.
That's the first step.
To talk a good game?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that all day.
There we go.
Oh, let me strap on that.
It's an important step.
I don't even have to say the word. Easy. Am I gonna do it? No. Shit. What was I talking about?
Getting off the internet?
Yeah. Something stupid.
I said something about merchandising.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there was a clip of Tony Hawk talking about how much money he made off the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I was like, that's amazing. Comments. Tony, you got screwed over. You got screwed over, buddy. You should have. It's a video from 1999 or like 2002 or something like that. Like, it's after Pro Skater 1 and 2 came out, right? He was like, his contact at Activision was like, hey, let me take you out to lunch. And he said he passed him a check for $4 million, which was residual. That was residual money, Chris. Not the contract. He was like, hey, we're about to make number 3. Here's your residuals for the first 2 so far. And he said because he thought that when you sell a video game, money. When they lower the price, he was like, obviously I'm going to get less money. No, you get more money because it's going to sell a lot more. So when they made Tony Hawk 3 or the trilogy or whatever, and they made it one of those classic for the PlayStation, you remember those? It was like, classic or value pack.
Like the green stripe on
yeah.
it, the greatest hits, that kind of
shit.
The
greatest hit, yeah.
Yeah.
That made so much money that, or maybe it was after that one. That's when he got the $4 million check. And everybody in the comments was like, you got screwed over. $4 million?
Where's your $4 million, commenter?
The fuck I said, Chris. I was like, this is why I need to get off the internet.
If I'm getting, quote, screwed over and someone's giving me a check for $4 million.
Screw me, baby.
Screw me every day. Every day, night, and twice on Sundays.
There was like one person that
$4 million.
Man.
Who do you think you got, Chelsea Clinton?
You want any fives with that? I was like, I think Tony's good.
Tony, you got taken for a ride, man.
Literally, someone said that.
Out of here, $4 million.
Someone definitely said you got taken for a ride.
$4 million. Get fucked.
I was like, okay, so you're not counting his contract. You're not even talking about his residuals he got beforehand,
right?
Or any of the contracts he had after the fact. And what did he have to do to make the third one? Probably nothing.
I don't know.
They had to make a new game.
Yeah.
What did he have to do?
Probably nothing, honestly.
Nothing. They didn't make a new, like, maybe in a PlayStation 2 and 3, they probably had to, like, rescan his face or something, do some new tricks. How long does that take? For $4 million?
Right. I got time. I'll make time.
I'm not. Thank you.
I will pay somebody to make time for me.
With this $4 million?
Yeah. Here's $1,000. Give me an hour.
Michael, do you know? Know what? Because, listen, for $4 million, I feel like you know already. I know nothing. I have $4 million more or less. Let's not. Moment of silence for Michael Jackson, guys.
I have $648 more or less. Michael's a genius.
Because listen, I was like, how can you say you got taken for a ride? Anywho, whatever. Let's talk about the Marvels.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Kamala Khan.
That was my first like.
Agreed. She's great. She's funny. Her family's funny.
Oh, that's the separate like, but yeah.
And it's her with everyone. It's her with the other two. It's like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it was in all the trailers. Like, oh, we're a team. Like, we're not a team. that's gonna happen. But it's funny, and it's good that she is so excited, and she is like the innocent one who she's never been to fucking space. She's not out there fighting space wars. She's not doing shit. She's not punching Thanos in the mush.
No.
Taking a headbutt from him and not flinching, not even getting a hair out of place when fucking Grimace headbutts the shit out of you. No, that ain't her. She's like the heart of the team. She's like arguably the weak link of the team when it comes to a fight.
Fair.
But
even though she was on her own,
she was kicking some ass.
She
but
was.
Still, like she's there's like the strong one, the smart one, and then like the one whose powers are weird. That's her.
The comic relief.
Yeah, like
you gotta have a comic relief on a trio.
Slash like weird powers person.
Yeah,
she's the Michelangelo of this team.
She's the Tum Tum of the group.
Tum Tum, yes.
She's the Tum Tum of the group.
Tum Tum, yes, yes. What a reference! I love it. Tyler, that's fun. I'm gonna speak for Keith on this behalf. That one's for you if you're listening. You might be. I don't know if you listen to these or not. But anytime I hear a Three Ninjas, it makes me think about Tyler. Hilarious.
I was thinking of a good trio.
Tum Tum, yes.
This is the D'Artagnan of the group. I don't fucking know. That's a little 17th century reference for you guys. Well, Three Musketeers. Is it Three Musketeers?
There was Three Musketeers, but then there was the fourth one, which I think was D'Artagnan.
Oh, was.
There was like the Three Musketeers, and there was like the other guy.
He was the funny one.
Yeah.
What does he do? He's
He's the wild card.
Does he have a sword? No.
He's the one with the talking dog.
We would never get a sword. He has a gun. That's why he doesn't fit.
Yes.
In the 17th century? Yeah.
Why not?
Time is...
Someone had to invent it.
Irrelevant.
It's a work of fiction.
We don't do that here. But yeah, you're like...
All right, I'm going to say the first thing that I wrote down, they won't like it, the MCU opening of the movie.
Oh, the credits?
When they do like the thing of all the comic pages and everything, of course starts out with like Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk and all that. But when it gets to like the moving pictures part and it's like in the Marvel letters, all of the women characters, and I was like, nobody's going to like this.
I noticed.
And I think it's great because first off, people might call it pandering. And what have we said in the past about pandering?
I love pandering.
Pander to me.
Yeah.
This is
this is about what I want to see.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is the third female-led Marvel superhero movie.
I just looked it up. No, fourth.
Black Widow.
Yep.
Black Panther 2.
No. Oh, you're talking about led. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant directed.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, like Black Widow, Black Panther 2, and this. Of like the movies at least.
Eternals.
Yeah. And Eternals. Yeah.
She was the main character.
So yeah. It's not pandering to me. I'm not a woman. But if I were a woman, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I'm not, guess what? I'm not a woman. Still pretty cool.
I just think like, I mean, my issue is why can't everybody have a turn? And that's what that's my issue with it. It's like, why can't everybody have a turn? Oh, everybody can. Well, then what's the problem? Why do you hate it so much?
Well, they got to get theirs first.
They did. You've had 18 movies.
Like 13 years of going first.
Yeah. I mean, sprinkle of black there.
They had a pretty good run. They had a pretty good run.
Yeah. So.
They had a pretty good run.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the first thing I wrote was the MCU opening part because I knew you would notice it.
I did notice it. I didn't write it down, but I noticed it. I was like, because I'm always looking because now that they change it up, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if Loki's gonna. I was looking for Loki because Loki's or I was looking for Jonathan Majors or some. I was looking for something, just to see if like it, whatever.
It's a little different each time.
Yeah, because like when Moon Knight finished, it was a Moon Knight character. When fucking I don't even know what else finishing I saw. Captain America, I think they showed him.
Well, for Wakanda Forever, it was all Chadwick.
It was all Chadwick. Yep.
And it was silent, and it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still a good movie.
I noticed those. I noticed I like the little how it's different for the different things. I like it.
It was a good time.
Like it. That's the first thing I wrote.
Nick Fury.
Yup.
He's good. He's funny.
Samuel L. Jackson's hilarious.
This
movie.
There was only one line I didn't like, but other than that, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I liked him.
So yeah, he's funny. And that's the thing too. You got not you, but you got to understand. He's 80. Samuel Jackson is 80. If he ain't 80, he's like 78. He's old. I mean, it's old, and you could tell at the one time, especially when he was fighting. I was like, "Oh, that's not him." And it's not like I care, but I'm like, that man is not fighting anymore because that man is not doing his own stunts. Okay, because that man is almost 80 years old. So he didn't start acting until he was 40 or 50. Same thing with Morgan Freeman. There's some old men, and so I love that he's become like comic relief. Nick Fury is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I found him pretty funny in most of the movies in the Marvel stuff because they always give him at least one line.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like,
bitch, please.
Yeah, bitch, please. You've been to space.
It was just funny.
The council has already made its decision, Director Fury. Yeah, and being as it's a stupid-ass decision, I've decided to ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, that was Avengers.
Yeah.
That was the first of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess now. He was more funny in this, though.
Oh, yeah.
Than most. But, yeah, you're right. He's
almost always had something that's like, that was like either funny or like.
Witty.
Something.
Witty banter.
Witty banter. I don't like witty banter. I like banter. I don't like witty banter. But no, yeah, Fury was funny as this.
Yeah, he was hilarious. So, yeah, that was my next like.
Okay. I agree. He likes cats.
He does.
So do I.
Even though he had a bad experience, it didn't ruin his...
Goose took his eye.
Even though...
Still loves Goose.
Did you see when he was like, oh, my good eye? Yeah. He was like, no, not my good eye.
Yeah. Still loves Goose.
Still likes Goose, even though Goose maimed him.
Held the egg that hatched one of the babies. I got like Jurassic Park vibes a little bit from that.
I didn't even understand what was going on with those. I
did.
What? Did you know already?
Not from anything that obviously in the first trailer, you saw like the herd of like kittens at one point in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
And then when her mom was like, the cat looks fat. And I was like,
I didn't think about it.
I was like, something's going to happen from that.
I knew something was up when he was throwing up a lot, but I didn't even think about it.
And then when they found the thing, I was like,
I thought something hit the ship. I didn't know what happened. I was lost at that moment. I'm like, and he was like, what are you going to do with this egg? And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know what's going on with these things. They came from out of nowhere for me. And then when he was in it alone, I was like, oh, those are his. Mm-hmm. I was like, or hers. Mm-hmm. I was like, those
I think Goose is a girl.
I mean,
it's a cat.
But yeah.
It's a flirkin, actually.
Yeah, it's a flirkin, yeah.
It's a space fucking cat.
It can be whatever it wants to be, you know?
Right.
There's no rules out in space.
That's right.
Well, you think there's a binary here? Oh, okay, go in space. Yeah.
Yeah, Fury, he likes cats, same. When... it's cool, it's just Carol. Bitch fucking fell out of the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Landed in their backyard. It's just Carol.
Yeah, because she thought it was Kamala.
Yeah, because she was falling. They switched and she was falling, and I was like,
listen, when you know she can survive, you're like,
he's like, oh, it's just her. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. When he held the egg when the baby hatched, I was like, this is John Hammond and the Velociraptor, 100%, at least in my head.
Oh, they don't do it.
That was great. When I forget when Rambeau got switched into the thing with him and those two goons she was fighting, and then she fucking gave him a gun and just
he turned it sideways and got gangster.
Kill shot. It's a kill shot. It's a kill shot. Killed somebody, and like it was nothing. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. Yep. And then he twirled the gun.
Yeah, he did a little fucking spin move like it was the Wild West. He's great.
This is why I don't own it. Let me tell you why I don't own a gun. Not because they're
sitting there like twirling it.
I would shoot myself. I would fucking shoot myself.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Gun Safety Dwight, and I can't do this.
All we know is a gun went off. Actually, we don't even know that. We think a gun went off.
You still wearing the holster?
I can't. It's for a banana.
I gotta put a banana in there? That's stupid.
I can't find perfect C.
Stop calling yourself a gunshot victim.
I don't feel good about it,
but yeah, Fury was great.
Yeah. It was great. Is your next slide?
Is it?
Yeah, I said Nick Fury.
Okay. Well, then let's continue. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
What?
Is she not? I didn't write.
I don't know. I don't know if you did.
No, I didn't.
But I did.
No, you know I gotta ask.
What's not to like?
I agree.
Nobody liked her. Apparently, I should say. Apparently, a lot of men didn't like her. They didn't like that she didn't smile enough.
I will say
They
one
didn't.
thing.
They didn't like she was too stoic.
One thing I learned recently. I was watching a video, and the dude Birdman, he made a comment that I didn't pick up years ago when I first watched it. I was like rewatching a video a while ago, and he was like, "Yeah, it seems weird in Captain Marvel." He was like, "It seems weird she would do that."
Do what?
Whatever it was. It was she did something in the Captain Marvel movie where he was like, "Yeah, it seems weird, like seems out of character. Why would she do that? Because she wouldn't." Blah blah blah. Because in Endgame she didn't do that because she could have, and I think it was in Captain Marvel she was like gung ho, like I'm gonna go do this, blah blah blah. But in Endgame she was like, when she saw Thanos, she was like, "Oh, you're just down there. I'm waiting on you guys," or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, because they were filmed at 2 different times. They filmed Infinity War and Endgame at the same time, and then Captain Marvel was made after." And apparently, and I don't know this to be true, but this is what he said, basically, the person who did Captain Marvel didn't watch Endgame. So that's why her attitude is different technically in that situation, because she's more of a team player in Endgame, whereas in Captain Marvel she wasn't. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But that's not why people didn't like her. But I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But I liked her both ways, though.
But either way, there's like in the universe, there's a 20-year gap between, because Captain Marvel's like 94,
Big facts.
and then Endgame is like what, 2018? In universe, like 2018, 2020 something, or was it 2018?
2018, yeah.
Yeah, because it started in 1 year and then it said 5 years later.
Well, she wasn't back 5 years later.
No,
she came back in hologram 5 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was 2023. But yeah, she was 2018 was when she came back first. But yeah, and I was like, okay, I can see the difference. Like he made a good point, and I was like, oh, okay. And I think that was his big gripe about it, because she was just too different from between the two movies, even though they came out, couple months apart. I think that was his biggest gripe. But I was like, okay, cool. If people would say that, that's why I appreciate him, because I'm like, thank you for saying why you don't like her, or her attitude, or whatever it was in the movie Captain Marvel. He liked her in Endgame, but he didn't like her in Captain Marvel. I'm like, thank you for saying that, because everybody else was like, yeah, she needs to smile.
Yeah, they're like, she's too stoic. She doesn't smile enough. And in this one, she definitely smiled more. She had a fucking, let's talk about it. She had a fucking song. She had a musical number. Let me tell
you something also.
She was a princess.
Was beautiful.
Also, yes.
I don't know where that clothes came from, but she, all of a sudden I was like, oh.
Oh, when she started sparkling, and she was in this like Captain Marvel dress. That's fucking sweet.
I was like, that's amazing.
It was hilarious. It was
awesome.
It was funny because everyone's like, what the fuck is happening? Why is everyone singing? That was great. She's a princess, so they were calling her princess the rest of the movie, which is funny. And she's the strongest person, like probably physically strongest person that we've seen in Marvel, possibly. Quite possibly.
So far.
Yeah, but like her in the MCU. But like her weakness isn't that, like, her weakness isn't power based. It's that she is still like mentally fucked up from like all the mind shit that the Kree did to her. So like she doesn't have all her memories. She's still trying to recover her memories. She's still trying to, therefore to me that means she's still trying to like recover parts of herself. Because if you don't have your memories, what the fuck do you know? How do you know who you are and what you are and what you do?
Fair.
I like that aspect of it. Same. I liked the musical number, which I thought was great. And I liked that she was just fucking cool. The teamwork aspect of it, I really liked.
That was great.
Because,
that montage?
Because they easily could have been like, they could have left it at, we're not a team. We're a team. And then they could have been the end of it. But when they did all the shit of them, like, juggling the shit, did the cheese ball up in the air, the double Dutch jump rope and switching in and out, what else were they doing? Like throwing stuff to each other back and forth. They
were also like jumping.
Yes.
Because Captain Marvel jumped and then Rambeau landed on her face.
The 1, 2, 3 go. I wrote that separately, but that's part of it.
Bruh.
Because every time I play rock, paper, scissors with somebody, I'm like, is it 1, 2, 3, go? Like, so go on 4? Like 1, 2, 3, go? Or is it 1, 2, go on 3? Because that's an important distinction to make.
Yeah.
In anything.
I thought you were going to say it reminded you of fucking taking a picture in the office. I was like, yeah. Everybody
Or
on
that.
3, 2. We didn't get it.
We didn't get it. $20. It's a digital camera.
Oh, that one too. Yeah. Hilarious.
One Charlie's
we
Angels.
watched that one too. Yeah, we watched that one too.
All right, one Charlie's Angels, and then that's it. But no, I like Captain Marvel in this.
100%.
What else is there? She's great.
That's it.
And I don't know if she was singing during the musical part. I don't know if she sang, but it reminded, and I don't know if she sang in Scott Pilgrim, but that's it, like in my brain. I was like, Envy Adams. I like both, so
I've already separated her from Envy Adams, unfortunately.
that's fair.
Or fortunately,
But I was like, she's singing. It's like I've seen this person, this human being I've seen look like they're singing twice in movies that I'm aware of.
Fair.
So in my brain, I was like it still. Yeah, I liked it. She was a secret princess for political reasons only.
hilarious.
It was
legal
reasons. It was mostly a oh fuck, what was the word? Let's go again. Uh-oh.
No, I agree though.
Yeah.
The princess part was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And also, you still can't fuck with her.
No, of course not. The fucking Annihilator.
The Annihilator.
Loved it.
Yes.
Also, I was like, yeah.
I'm the last person you want to run into in a darkened alley. Sorry, a dark alley. Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3.
This is I'm a Bad, Bad Man from Annie Get Your Gun. She's great.
Elias is a nut.
She's great.
Yeah, I agree. Simple. I will say though, what was I gonna say? Damn it, I lost it too, Chris. Shit.
Formality. That's the word I was thinking of earlier.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly formality. She said she was a princess. Yeah.
Just formality.
Yeah.
There was something that they led. I was thinking of a different show, and I can't think of it. We're talking about Captain Marvel. Shoot. There was something I was thinking about. There was a show, and this is what I was thinking about. Whatever the show I was thinking about, Marvel show, led us to... They showed us that this could happen, and it happened in the Marvels, and I don't remember what it was. Shit, I forgot. You were talking about it.
That what could happen?
I don't know. It was a good point, though. I do know that. It was a great fucking point. Probably
By me?
best. No, but me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
say that
I
sound like me. Doesn't sound like me.
It doesn't sound like me. It was something I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter then. My next like.
Okay.
My next like is Goose, but we already put that with Nick Fury, and that's cool. So cool. I like Goose. I don't know why. Captain Rambeau.
Yep.
I'm interested in her.
Yeah.
I'm interested in her whole character, and I know she's supposed to be what, Phantom, right?
I think her. I could be wrong, but I think her like superhero name or character name is Spectrum.
Oh, Spectrum. Okay.
Which I think is one of the ones that Kamala Khan throws out there, and then she said like Spectrum Vision, and I could think of was Black Sheep.
Oh, I was just thinking of the Cable.
Yeah. All I could think of was Black Sheep. It was like, Richard, are you watching Spanktravision?
I ain't never seen that movie.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
They're not Black Sheep, Tommy Boy.
I've only seen one movie with him in it, so I'm okay.
Which one was it?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's a good one.
I remember seeing it.
That's the one where they go to the same movie as they do in. I think they go to the same movie. They go to the same restaurant as in I Love You Man. They go to Hop Louie.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it.
I will not derail you any further with Chris.
No,
I know you don't really care about him.
Like, no spoilers, please.
He saves the day.
Fair. Yeah, Captain Rambeau.
Yeah.
That's it. I love Rambeau. I like Monica. I also like Melissa. Her mama.
Maria.
I
think I accidentally called her Maria earlier. Maria Monica.
No, you were talking about her mom.
I forget. I was getting the two names mixed up either way.
No, you said Maria. You said Maria about her mom.
Oh.
And I forgot it. So Melissa came out. But that's it.
She was great.
Rambeau was great.
I
loved her powers.
Yeah.
Oh, when she was phasing through people. Oh, it reminded me of Vision.
Yeah.
When Vision was fighting Vision.
And they even name dropped her also.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They name dropped Vision. It was like, Vision. Wait, yes. No.
Yeah. I was like, when she went through Darbin and then like, I was like, oh, okay. Then she could fly. I didn't know she could fly. That was great.
When she punched that dude into the air, flew through him, and past him, and then like fucking punched him back where he came from.
That was
in the different direction. That was great.
That was fucking amazing.
That was great.
I was like, okay,
yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna skip to it. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm gonna take it over a little bit. Fight scenes.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially the last one when they all teamed up against Darbin. Those fight scenes, all the fight scenes were fucking fantastic.
They were.
Them working together as a team, Kamala, Rambeau, and Captain Marvel, bro, they were killing it. I loved every single time any of them fought. I was like, this is great. Even Kamala was on her shit.
When they gave her that scarf,
she
was just like snapping people with it.
That
was pretty sweet.
That's one of her, like she can do that in the comics, right?
I don't know if it's a weapon for her. I know that's like one of her things she always wears, like a red scarf.
Yeah, I thought they use it because she's able to stretch in the comics and stuff. So I thought they always use that scarf sometimes too. And then he was like, "Use your scarf," and I'm like, "Yo!"
She was beating the shit out of people with it.
I was like, "This is awesome." I loved it. Yeah, the fight scenes, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, just phenomenal. And I was like, this is... Every time I watch these movies, at this point, I'm a homer. And I'm okay with that.
You're a what?
A homer.
Homer.
Yeah, but just like, I'm always going to root for the home team. The MCU. Yeah, I'm a homer. Like, I'm gonna... I'm playing to the favorites,
I didn't know that's what we were calling it.
Yeah, I'm a bandwagoner. Okay. I'm gonna, root for the home team. I'm a little nationalism over here.
If they don't win, it's a shame.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh yeah, I get it.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Yeah, I'm okay. That sounds terrible. Regular peanuts and Cracker Jack caramel. Ugh, gross. Caramel popcorn.
Time and place.
Yeah. Time is never.
And it's not at a baseball
place
game.
Is hell.
Checkout time? Never.
So, yeah, I just had to add in the fight scenes because all three of them, great. Working together was the best part. I was like, they are killing this girl. Especially Darbin. They were stomping her out.
They used it in a different movie, but 3 is the magic number. They used it at the end of No Way Home, Spider-Man. They could have used that for that part, and it would have fit just well.
They could have.
Pretty well.
They could have. I agree.
Yeah, who's going to stop that? Who's going to stop the 3 of them? In this movie? Nobody. Not Darbin's dumbass.
No. I liked her, though.
Yeah, I didn't mind her.
I didn't write it down.
No.
But
Same.
that's it.
Same.
That was my one.
Okay. Next thing I wrote, not the next thing I wrote, but it's a definite like, Goose/Geese. Because I knew it was in the trailer. I saw like a bunch of kittens in the trailer, the very first trailer, and I was like, I'm gonna like this, aren't I? And it's just a bunch of little fucking flirking kitties, which is great. And Goose made a little nest and like was laying their eggs all around the fucking ship, and they were finding them. And they made a little nest with like the frame photo from the Khan's house and like pieces of like clothing and fabric and shit. Like made a little kitty nest with eggs in it. And then it was that scene of everyone. We don't have enough space. We don't have enough escape pods. What are we gonna do? And like it went into my head. I was like, they're gonna feed them to the fucking cats. this is gonna be hilarious because earlier in the movie we saw Goose eat like 3 dudes,
and then spit them back
and then went to the Khan's house, got warped there, and was like, and like puked up all 3 dudes, and they were fine, or as fine as someone can be, I guess, after being inside of that. But yeah, I was like, well, this is gonna be great. And there was just people getting chased around, and they had to basically like force these people to get eaten by cats so that they could save them. Like Kamala had to like force field somebody in with one. Yeah. And like that lady was looking around a corner, and it reminded me of Jurassic Park, A Lost World, where at the end of the second one, when the dickhead who pays to bring the T-Rex back to LA is like, has his leg broken, and he's like sneaking up on the baby, and then the mom like fucks his leg up, and the mom's like watching the baby like hunt him. That's like the first thing that my mind went to was Goose was just sitting there, and the baby was like creeping up on her, and then she looked around the corner and they were gone, and the camera panned back around and they were right fucking next to her. That was great.
The only thing better would have been if it was closer, like this. That would have been great.
I just thought it was great. They were getting eaten by all the cats, and then they were in the one escape pod they were in with Samuel L. Jackson, and the thing started spinning, and all the cats in it were like, they started like fucking gagging, like they were gonna throw up. That shit was fucking hilarious to me.
The best part of that scene is when the one dude, the 308-year-old dude, I don't know his name, when he got ate, he held his nose and he was like he dove back. I was like, that's hilarious.
I mean, same.
I mean,
probably.
You gotta let it happen.
Terrifying.
No, it sounds terrible.
Terrifying, but they lived.
I mean,
it worked
as much as they did.
Yes,
somebody definitely
call that living.
Somebody died.
I hope so.
I'm sure.
They didn't have an army of geese on the planet with the Skrulls. They didn't have that. Otherwise, some of those people might not have died. They still might have.
Listen.
No, they still might have, because it wasn't about not having enough room on the ship. It was about needing enough time to get them on the ship. But yeah, Goose/Geese. Like,
I will say, I did like when Goose was riding with Captain Marvel. That was actually pretty sweet.
I like that Goose was in her ship with her, and she like on her shoulder, like through space, and was like,
like
little ears are going back. That was adorable. I love Goose.
I've seen that so many times, but it was good to see it in the movie.
I didn't see it, and I'm not mad at it. Yeah. I like it.
My next life, Yusuf and Family. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I knew his name was Yusuf, but I spelled it wrong, but it was close. They're funny. Yeah. And I like them in Miss Marvel. I like them.
Yeah, it's like they were good in the show, too.
The Miss Marvel is such a... It's not even underrated. It's a great show, but it's underrated because people are stupid. But I love that show. Just the whole dynamic, and like I said, I agree. Somebody did say if it was a show about India, it would be an amazing show, and not a show about somebody with superpowers. And I was like, okay, fair. I still love it. Even though, I mean, because it's mixed in, like I'm like, unfortunately, I'm not unrealistic in the sense that like I need to see her do her powers every 5 seconds, because when I go back to watching like comics, like not comics, but when I go back to watching like comic book TV shows or like cartoon TV shows, bro, Spider-Man was not Spider-Man every 5 seconds.
That's
like,
right.
He was fucking
giant ass Peter Parker.
Parker just doing his thing. And then when he became Spider-Man, he got a little smaller, by the way. But anyway,
a little bit. That jaw, like, kind of
turned into a teardrop.
Went from having like a cinder block jaw to like it was like very, very pointy. Fit right into that mask.
Yeah, very true. And so he wasn't Spider-Man the whole time. Yeah, and it's just like when they talk about Batman. Batman's not Batman the whole fucking time. He's Bruce Wayne far too much in the TV shows, and But now,
The only things I can think of, like cartoons at least, that I can think of that the superheroes are superheroes all the time, was the X-Men cartoon back in the day.
And Superman.
Oh, he wasn't Clark Kent in the old cartoons?
No, he's always Superman.
Oh. Well, I mean, like it wasn't like Cyclops. Cyclops in that fucking cartoon, his disguise was he put a jacket on over his fucking blue and yellow jumpsuit. Yeah. That is not a disguise. Yeah. Jubilee's superhero costume was just her going to the mall outfit. Her fucking yellow trench coat and her big pink Bret Hart glasses. If a jacket is a disguise, then Gambit is always in disguise in that cartoon.
Gambit was always in disguise.
Or no, that's not fair. There were a couple instances where Gambit was not wearing his like neck brace thing, and he just had like a 6-foot ponytail instead of just like shaggy hair on top. He had like a long ponytail.
Gotta get that weave installed, baby.
Now, what is a weave exactly?
He was like, "Oh, we guys going out? Oh, I got to stop by the hair salon tonight." Yep. All right, cool.
Let me get my relaxer. Let me get my straightener.
Get a little baseball cap. Take it up.
Pull out the back. Yeah, like that's the only thing I can think of. Because like you said, Spider-Man's not always Spider-Man, but the X-Men were pretty much always the X-Men.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if they weren't dressed as them all the time, like. Well, I don't recall anyone.
To be fair, seeing as how there was an X-Men in this one, he was an X-Men the whole time.
The whole time. He doesn't get to take it off though.
Whoa.
Beast can't. Well, not in these ones. It's
okay.
not in the first class one.
In the movies, he can, Chris. So I don't know what you're talking about. So
all right.
In the
all right.
the shot for shot remake.
Yeah,
of First Class.
In the perfect First Class movies, where in the first one he looks like a cat, and then everyone after that just looks like a blue guy,
like another cat, like a different
Smurf. Cat. It's like just like an ape man.
He looked like he was going into the Roll Cats, like the new one that everyone hated. Cats.
You are, guess, cat. We were looking for kitten.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What is
fucking Andy?
You're a cat. I was going for kid. Oh.
No, I agree. The family was great.
Yeah.
And
the brother's funny.
Yeah, the mom was like, "This would be a great place to raise a family."
Yeah.
And he just got the TV remote like. You didn't even have to say it. Like you didn't have to say. Yeah. Like,
no one said a thing. I was like, "That's good."
You know, he's doing it. The dad's trying to sell insurance to the guy. He's like, it's never too late. He's like, I never really even thought about retiring.
Never too early.
He's like, it's never too late. It's also never too early. How old are you again? 308. Huh.
That was great.
Hilarious.
Black don't crack, you know?
That's what they say.
Yeah, that boy was 308.
That is what they say.
He looked younger than me.
Didn't look a day over 150.
Didn't look a day over 307. Yeah,
amazing,
hilarious. There's this comic I like. I see him on Reels all the time, and because my wife likes Reels, and I fucking hate them.
It's TikTok.
One time, basically, get back on TikTok. Then
it's Instagram, Facebook. If that's Reels,
stupid.
Or it's Instagram, TikTok, or it's Facebook, TikTok.
Because every time I go to the comments, it's like, go to Instagram. I'm like, why? Why can't I see the comments here? Don't you guys own the same company?
Pick up.
You guys are stupid. But anyway, this guy was like, he was doing crowd work. And he was like, how old are you? She was like, guess. He was like, I hate this fucking question. He was like, he was like, is you damn if you do, damn if you don't. He was like, if I guess too low, then it's like, oh man. He's like, I don't know. How old are you? Fucking 12? How'd you get in here?
There we go.
He was like, anyway, he was like, if I guess spot on, you're sad. If I guess too old, you're mad.
Yep.
He was like, so every time anyone asks me, I don't know, you look 60, you old bitch. And I was like, this guy's hilarious.
Well, that's like when you would ID people at a restaurant.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take a margarita. Can I see your ID?
Okay, then no, you can't.
Yeah. Do you need to see my ID? No.
No.
Because you don't want that either.
I'm not putting your order in,
bitch. You don't want that either. Do you want to see my ID?
Oh,
no.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Ma'am or sir, you look terrible.
Ma'am, you have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. I know what I look like. I know how old I am. You look worse than me.
You look way worse than me.
So I don't know. You're like 33.
You're going. If I'm almost going out, you're going way out.
Right. You're gone.
You're out the pasture.
You're gone. You're dead.
You're in the pasture.
If I'm dead, you've been dead for weeks.
You've been dead for weeks. But either way. But yeah, that's my line.
Nice. All right. My next one, I didn't write it, but I'm going to say it because I just remembered it. The fan art intro for Kamala Khan, because it reminded me of the shit they did in Miss Marvel. But also that like little animated thing of her meeting Captain Marvel and them fighting a big robot together, and her being like, hands are hard to draw, and me being like, fuck yeah, they are.
AI said, yep.
Speaking
AI was like, same.
Tell you what I've never done, though. Give them 6 fingers.
That's fair. I have.
But yeah,
because hands are hard to draw.
I can't say never. This past month when I did the drawing challenge, didn't give anybody any extra fingers. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I liked it. it reminded me of how they would have like the effects in the background on Miss Marvel, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
it was different, and I liked it.
I did too.
It was nice.
I agree.
And I kind of wish there were more like cinematic length Marvel animated things out there. To be honest, like I'd watch it.
Did you ever watch The Wolf at Night or whatever that was called?
Yes, Werewolf by Night.
Never watched it.
Yeah,
I heard it was good.
I liked it.
Did you watch the color one that just came out?
No, it was the same thing.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't.
I kind of like the black and white, like cheesy
Yeah.
vibe of it, of the old one. It was probably just as good in color, but no, I liked it.
There's one channel I was thinking about that because this one channel just came out with a couple months ago. They did everything. It was Cinema Wins, so everything great about Blade.
Ooh,
and then 2 days ago they came out with everything great about Blade 2. And then Trinity comes out.
And they skipped it
next week. No, it comes out like next week or the week after. But like he has like a streaming service that he runs, and I could have watched all three if I got a streaming service, but obviously I don't have it because I'm not doing that.
right.
But he has like a streaming service he made, so he releases all his videos on YouTube like a week or 2 weeks at a time. Like one video will show up, and then like 10 days later he'll do another video. But then he releases them all on that site all at once because people pay for it. I'm like, that's fair. I'll just wait. I have other shit to do.
You're not going anywhere.
I was like, ooh, Blade, it looks so good. And you know what the funny thing is, speaking of just Blade and MCU and stuff, that people talk about how wonky CGI is sometimes. I'm like, I thought it looked amazing. Blade 2. At one point, he does something, and like when he's coming down, he like bends, and then he lands in the superhero pose. And I'm like, I thought that looked good. I think it looks good now. He's like, oh, the CGI is a little wonky. He got that Gumby effect. And I'm like, that looks great.
I don't remember it.
I know, because I'm like, well, because it happens in that. It happens in Matrix Reloaded, where they kind of look stretched out. Like, you know, they're not real. But also, I don't need them to be because they're doing things that people really can't do.
It's a movie.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, like, I think it looks great. But,
You want me to think Keanu Reeves is actually jumping off of buildings? You want me to think he's actually dodging bullets?
Well, it's in the one where he looks like Gumby is like when he's fighting all the agents in the park. The $1 million man fight or whatever it's called.
Well, I mean,
yeah. So I'm just like, yeah. It's like when he gets on that bar and he starts running around. I'm like, yeah. He doesn't look real because it's not.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that
exactly
because it looks cool.
Because
it still looks nice.
Yeah, it still look cool.
Why do I need CGI to look real? That's what I don't understand. People are being so unrealistic. Like, oh, I like my CGI to look real. But then when it looks real, you're like, this looks dumb. Like, well, yeah, because that shit's not real.
Took me out of the movie.
Yeah, idiot. Yeah, same.
You want bad CGI Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah.
There it is.
Listen, you want
it is.
Listen, you want an accurate version of a Street Fighter or what is that? Mortal Kombat or whatever it's called. Yeah, go look at Shao Kahn and fucking Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Rey Mysterio.
It's fucking
I kid.
Coming around the cave, talking about some Warasa. Like, get short ass back over there. Yeah.
And then his dad Eddie's standing next to him, like foot talking taller than him.
And a lowrider. Fuck out of here.
We lie, we cheat, we steal.
Right. Same.
We wage war on Outworld.
I love it. Coming through the. We're coming.
How do they know? How they hear us? How they know we were coming?
Know we were coming.
They got away.
Again.
If only they didn't hear us coming from like a fucking mile off.
It wasn't for those meddling kids. Anywho.
Yes.
King Valkyrie.
Nice.
Simple and plain.
Nice.
That's it.
I'm assuming that I can't remember his name right now. That Heimdall's son was doing the Rainbow Bridge.
I didn't think about it.
I'm assuming.
I just assumed she was a king. She can do whatever.
Or she can do it herself.
I was just like,
maybe.
Listen, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, Thor's back on World, so.
No, I don't know. At the end of Love and Thunder, I think they were like on some alien world.
Yeah, maybe.
But because he was teaching her to like fucking beat some people up.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, maybe they are.
I don't know. I didn't think too much about it.
Yeah.
I was just like,
the thought entered my mind, and I was like, because when I first saw the shit like hit the ship, I was like, who is this gonna be?
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then it was her, and then when it happened again, I was like, oh, that's the Rainbow Bridge. Idiot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, got it now. But when it was coming, like, who the fuck is this?
I didn't know. She was like, I have a friend. I was like, it could be anybody. Who is it?
Who is it, Michael?
Who? It's okay.
Who is it?
No.
It's okay. Who is it?
That should be, somebody should make a meme. That should be, fuck, who was that? Hella. Who is it? And then fucking King Valkyrie. It's like, no. She hates Valkyrie. Yeah. That could have gone one of two ways.
I did not expect her to get upset.
I said that yesterday. And I don't know why. But yeah, King Valkyrie, Simba Blame.
I liked it.
That's my like.
And I was thinking about it during the movie. I wonder if, since most of those militant Skrulls were killed by the dude who was leading them, whose name I can't remember, in Secret Invasion, and the current Skrull Emperor, or whatever they were calling him, is now in New Asgard. I wonder if that's going to be a problem for people going forward, or if they're going to be okay. We'll see.
Who's people?
Earth.
Well, I mean, they're already invaded
because
they're killing people.
They
now.
know that they know that there are Skrulls on Earth, and they are just blatantly killing people for being suspected of being them.
Oh, so you're saying?
So okay. I'm wondering how it's going to go for them versus. I mean, if they're on New Asgard, they got people there who can kick ass and protect them.
King Valkyrie.
They got King Valkyrie. They got Sif. They got all the other Asgardians. So I mean, they got people. But I wonder if things will be.
Korg.
I wonder if things will. Yep. Korg and his.
Matt Damon.
And Sam Neill.
Melissa McCarthy.
That's right. They got some people.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that was my like. Okay. I got a couple more, but
I got a couple more.
Go ahead.
Well, now we're gonna get into it. First thing not the first thing, but the first of the cameos, or the second of the cameos after her. Then, since we're talking about cameos, Kate Bishop. And I wrote Young Avengers.
I liked it.
In all caps.
I liked it.
Because I also didn't know what was coming next.
I didn't either.
Which was insane, but we'll get there.
Love the fact she was sitting in the dark. I didn't even write that down.
That was great. When she was sitting in the dark, doing the Nick Fury, hilarious.
Loved
but as soon they showed New York, and I was like, what's this going to be?
I didn't know.
And then you saw the bow in the window.
I saw the bow, and I was like,
yep.
I know that's not who I think it is.
And then the dog, I was like, it's Pizza Dog. This is going to be
As soon as I saw the dog, I was like, oh. I sat up. I don't know if you saw me. I was like,
yeah. I was like, this is going to be.
Is that Kate Bishop?
Kate Bishop. Oh. So good to see you.
It's funny because I saw her and I was like, where's Florence? I was like, I don't care about anybody else.
I had to look up part of it. I had to look up some of it because I'm very used to watching movies now with captions on at home.
100%.
So some of this there was a line in this in this scene that I did not catch. I had to look it up when she said, Ant-Man's got a daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't hear who she said. All I heard was, has a daughter.
Oh.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the name, so I had to look it up. I was like, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Oh, it could have been. I guess it could have been anybody. It could have been Iron Man. It could have been.
Does have a daughter. She might be a dum-dum. Who knows? She's still a child. We'll see. But we've got her. So we have Kate Bishop. We have Kamala Khan. Cassie Lang. Possibly. I can't think of her name, but Ironheart.
Love. Oh, yeah.
Love.
Ironheart. Love.
Scar. Hulk's kid.
Oh, yeah.
There's some people that could be out there.
I forgot about Scar.
There's some people who could be out there.
But no, he's no good. Can't use him. His hair wasn't right. So
yeah, he's
people
out. Eliminated. Jail. Straight to jail.
Hair up, hair down, jail. Believe it or not.
Do we try up on? But no, I love possible.
Speaking of flirkins, Kitty,
who is in the MCU herself.
She is.
Scott Lang's ex-wife, but possible Young Avengers.
His daughter's mom.
Yeah, as I am not super familiar with them, but
I don't know. I'm not either.
Let's go for it.
I love it.
Guess who I didn't know about before the movies? Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't know like most people, didn't know fucking shit about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then they became one of the more beloved teams in the MCU. So now let's do more.
I don't know how Young Avengers work, but you know who could lead them? Spider-Man. Let's go.
I'd
Who's
watch
writing
it.
these movies?
I'd watch it.
Who's listening to us?
Or Miles, if they want to introduce him, even younger.
It's gonna. I almost had a heart attack. Elizabeth, I almost met you.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. It's the big one. God.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I thought you could go be black. Sorry, man.
Oh.
I don't know how you can watch this movie and not come away happy. Because I tell you right now, I'm giddy.
This movie?
I literally am just thinking about Beast, and I'm
Yes.
like, they did it.
And let's talk about that next.
You
Son of a bitch. You bitch. You. I had no.
You did it. You fucking did
Yeah. There were rumors way back before this movie was even made.
Yeah.
That the villain was going to be Rogue. And I was like, that'd be interesting.
Oh, I remember that.
Where the fuck are they going to come from?
I mean,
but still, it would have been great. And also, I would have been sad if she was in it and they fucking killed her.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. I would have quit. I would have been.
So we dodged. As God is my witness, I will quit.
Listen,
We
Chris,
dodged a bullet with that.
me
As
tell
far
you.
as them like having to kill her, because they always be killing the villains.
Sorry. Sorry.
Killers. They're always killing the villains in these movies. So
Yeah.
I mean, if they made her the villain and they had to kill her off, I would have been sad.
Let me tell you something. I would have been. What do they call it? What does soy boy mean? I've heard that before.
It's an insult.
I know.
It means you're a weak man, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Incel.
Incel, that is intentionally celibate. It's the internet shorthand for that. Those are like
really?
that's what it means. It's even though I don't think it's intentional. I don't think it's intentional in many cases. But that's what they call the guy, the fedora and trench coat guys, the neckbeard guys, the milady guys.
Oh, really?
Like the creepy internet guys who are all like,
so what do they
who
call?
hate women, all this
I thought
shit.
they called the Marvel people incels.
Did they?
I don't know. I don't know these terms. These are new to me.
I don't know.
You are explaining new.
I was using the term
I'm just
Sigma.
a little baby.
I was using the term Sigma male the other day because I thought it was an insult, and I was referring to myself in that way as a self-deprecating humor. It is not an insult, apparently.
Well,
apparently, to like the Andrew Tate community, it is an honor
Sigma
to be called a Sigma male. Or an alpha male is the one, is a great one to be.
Okay.
But Sigma male, I thought, since it's like, further down the alphabet,
Right.
insult. No, apparently it sounds like the equivalent of when people make that stereotypical women statement, like, I'm a strong, independent woman who doesn't need no man. Mm-hmm. It sounds like that, except I'm a strong, independent man who doesn't require women. Is like a Sigma male, apparently. I thought it was an insult. Sounds pretty awful, honestly.
So,
but
what do they call the Marvel people who hate the MCU now?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you who I'd become if they would have killed Rogue in the fucking Marvel.
That would have been you.
Oh, this movie would have got a 0 out of
it's a
fucking 10.
Good thing it didn't happen.
Wait,
then.
what do we rate? 5?
Five.
0 out of fucking 10. I don't want to hear anything else about it.
Yeah.
Either actually bring her back and don't put her on the side.
I'll send it back.
I would have been pissed off.
Rogue dies in the movie. I send it back.
I would.
What if? Now, here's a what if.
Okay.
Here's a Marvel what if.
Okay.
What if it was Anna Paquin Rogue and then they killed her?
If I got to see a better Rogue.
There you go.
But at the same time, it got to
Like
be
concurrently.
like yeah.
Like if you're like, oh, she's dead, and then they step through the door to the other universe and there's a better one.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It got to be like when Loki got, and then Loki showed up, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, yes. Guess who?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh,
Blee, blee, blee.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Is it my like or your like?
It's yours because I said the Kate Bishop thing. So
Oh,
it's
you did.
yours.
Oh, then we said Beast. We didn't get to finish talking about Beast.
No, we did not.
We can.
Let me tell you, Keith. There were us and probably like 3 other people in the theater at this showing, if that.
Yeah, including not including us. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a guy right in front of us.
Yeah, the guy like couple rows down. As soon as those fingers were blue, he and I and you.
I didn't see any fingers blue.
Yeah.
I thought you guys heard this voice.
Well, I heard the voice and I saw the blueness, and I was like,
I didn't see a
because
blue.
Kelsey Grammer, a voice is a voice. Obviously, certain voice like he is a recognizable voice. Charles Xavier has a recognizable voice. Patrick Stewart has a recognizable voice.
Okay. Who he also name dropped, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved it. I didn't, could have been anything. But I saw those blue hands. I was like, let's go. That dude was... He was putting his hands in the air like he didn't care.
This guy.
I was just yelling. I was just talking in the theater at this point. I was like, what the I was like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Like, I was... It was Daredevil in No Way Home.
He didn't even know.
Except I was more excited about this because I had no idea for either of them. But also way more excited for this because it's
Daredevil's
fucking
not
Beast.
your favorite.
Because it's fucking Beast. Yeah. He's my favorite X-Man.
100%. I get it.
He's my favorite X-Man.
Let me tell you something. I thought this movie could have gone one or two ways.
I did not expect this.
I did not expect the Beast.
No.
I did not expect anybody named Dr. Hank or McCoy.
No.
Any of it throughout all of it.
Because if you asked me, they're going to put an X-Men in the movie, which one?
Not
my
Beast.
Honestly, my first guess probably would have been fucking Charles
or Rogue
or Wolverine or Rogue or like just in like credits. They're in the other universe. Who's going to show up? My first thought would have been Charles.
I'm assuming Deadpool was going to show up at some point.
We'll see
because that whole thing. Yeah,
there's something about that I've heard. I don't know. But
do tell.
Okay, guy I work with. We like to talk about Marvel, and he keeps telling me he's like, "There's a big rumor going around that in Deadpool 3, the TVA is going to be like the villains." And I was like, "Okay,
they're the villains now."
Yeah, I was like, they kind of were the villain at the start of Loki. Now like he's running them, but they're like trying to save the timelines instead of like killing them. We'll see. To me, this carries no weight until I watch this finale tonight.
It's on right now, Chris.
I'm turning my phone off. No, I'm not. I don't care that much. No, I do. I'm going to watch it.
I like how you go back and forth. I don't care. No, okay. No, I do.
Actually, but I can't turn my phone off.
That's right.
I need to text my wife.
Yes.
But
fair.
It's been on for 10 minutes. Live from New York. It's Saturday night. But no, I had no reason to think any X-Man except the rumor that was Rogue. I was like, I would have seen it. If Rogue was in this movie as the villain, we would have known. Keith, we would have known.
Unless Dar Ben was going to be Rogue, which
wouldn't have worked.
Nah,
it wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made any sense.
But
I still almost thought it because when she took Captain America's power, or Captain America, what's her name? Captain Marvel's power. I was like, is my guess coming true? I was like, listen, I'm all for a Black Rogue. I was like, oh shit. And then it did.
I've seen the cosplays. It's wild.
I've seen the cosplays.
Yeah, it's great.
I tell you, it is great.
You tell me.
It is great. Those cosplays ain't never missed no meal. Let me tell you that. Anywho,
yeah, but
Rogue either. Well, not in the background.
But it was Beast.
And a pack like eat somewhere.
Beast.
Get some sunlight too.
All caps. Exclamation points. Question marks.
Same.
I did not expect it, and I'm so happy.
I agree. It was a happy ending, Chris.
Yes.
It was good. I get it now, guys. It was a good time. It was a good goddamn time.
The movie was already good.
Yeah, that's all my likes. Everything else was Beast was my last one.
Yeah.
And as it should be. But also Rambeau.
Yes.
Maria.
Yes.
As binary / Captain Marvel, whatever she was.
She wakes up and she's like, "Mom," and starts crying. And she's like, "Who?"
She was like, "Well," and that's the thing. I was like, "What's?" And then when I looked at her, I was like, at first she kind of looked a little sick, but then she didn't.
I thought for a second we were in the Multiverse of Madness universe where she was Captain Marvel, but she got killed.
Yeah,
she got killed.
Facts.
Big time. Big time.
Why are you talking leprechaun?
Slap it a bed. She got squashed with a fucking statue. She did.
She did.
So I was like, can't be that unless it's before that. And she gonna watch her die. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But then she's like, "Mom." Who?
And that's the thing. When she first said it, she was like, "Hey, come now." And I was like, "Nah, something ain't right." And then she was like, "Whoa." And then all of a sudden that doctor showed up, and I was like, and then her mom stood up, and I was like,
she had a super suit on. Where is my super suit?
Woman. First off, I don't know if if binary. I don't know who it is.
Let's see.
But okay.
I had some stuff pulled up for this.
Yeah.
So
but let me tell you something. That fit was nice. I love the whole outfit, by the way. But go ahead. What you got?
Okay. Apparently, according to the internets, binary was originally conjured as a result of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, shaping Photon Blast into a human-like form.
I don't know what that means.
Because she also has a form, like Captain Marvel has a binary form, so they call it, I think, is what they at least have referenced it in some ways, when she's like super glowy and like would do when she had her helmet on in the first one, it was like all mohawky.
Oh,
when she was at like max power.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that has been referred to as her binary form. But it's something else.
So you think, hey, wait. What if Captain Rambeau, who's Captain Marvel, did that and made a copy of herself? You feel what I'm saying? That's why she still looks like Rambeau as opposed to, you know what I'm saying? So maybe they are in that same universe.
Maybe.
Because they still look like they were at that, what do you call that place that they were in Multiverse of Madness? The Baxter Institute. They still look like they were there.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a hospital. Oh, they could have been at the mansion. That could have been the mansion.
Yeah, that was probably the X-Mansion.
Chris,
they played the theme song and everything.
When's the next movie come out? When's the next time? No, I mean I'm going back to the movies tonight.
Oh,
tonight,
probably
Chris.
Starting soon. But that brings up something that I was thinking about.
Okay, tell me.
Alternate universes, obviously.
Okay.
Some of these actors are not necessarily going to be the same person.
Yeah.
Which they've already said that Jim's probably not going to play Mr. Fantastic in any forthcoming movie, which sounds like a bummer. But who's to say other people we've already had in the MCU couldn't show up as another character in this alternate universe and then rejoin the MCU proper as like somebody else? Not necessarily saying that I want to see Captain America show back up as the Human Torch again and then come back to this universe and everyone's like, hey, Steve. Who? No, that's not me. But like they could, anybody.
I didn't think about that.
They could pull anyone if they wanted to.
What's a who's it?
Who's he? What's it? A thingamabob.
Or
even a whatchamacallit. Well, no, they could do that because there's apparently these. I'm sure you've seen the big rumors. They're like, oh, they're going to bring back all the original Avengers to save the movie franchise.
That's stupid.
Which would undo Tony and Steve's endings.
Like what was the point?
Like if they're going to do it this way, like Robert Downey Jr. comes in and is, I don't know, fucking Gambit or some shit, or like plays an X-Man, that'd be one thing. But like if they go,
not Gambit.
But you know, just for example.
Oh, unless
it's Channing Tatum.
No, or if he plays Gambit as Tropic Thunder. A Raging Cajun.
Dressed as a dude.
I would love it.
Something.
They wouldn't do it.
Like they could do any number of things with this.
They could do that.
Who knows what they're going to do?
The
possibilities are limitless.
Here's the is that movie about the guy who's limitless? I did see a rumor. It's like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is signing back on. And I was just like, I'm over it already. Like, honestly, I'll be honest. You've talked me into not liking Iron Man as much, and and it's not even like you talked me into it, but
I didn't set out to do that. I promise.
No, that's okay though, because I'm seeing it. That last post that I sent you, I was like, okay, this is getting too much. Iron Man can't save the world. He's not that great. And
I mean, to be fair, he did fucking die. He did die from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he didn't like. He was just like.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell.
He like got him all, and he kind of made like the slight little like face, but yeah, he was like, I'm.
I think I fucked up.
It's like Shaq tasting that spicy, and he's like, and then but then Shaq didn't die.
Yeah, at least that we know
Tony
of.
died. Tony died.
Cloned.
Tony got fucking cooked.
But my thing is, I don't. If they come out as different characters, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Or here's the thing: what would you think about them coming back as their alternate selves?
That'd be fine.
You think that's okay?
That'd be. I don't need it to be permanent.
Yeah.
If they show up, like if Tony,
like a cameo.
Yeah, like obvious, or even if it's more like a No Way Home situation.
Yeah.
Where they show up and then by the end of it, they're like, I got to get back to my own universe or my own time or whatever the fuck they're going to call it. If it's something like that, because obviously we're dealing with going forward. We've seen other universes multiple times. We've seen people from other universes come to the main universe several times. Mm-hmm. And we've seen that Kang in various variants is going to be here and there, may or may not be here and there. Mm-hmm. So obviously we've seen Jonathan Majors in several different versions of himself. If we see Tony, if we see different Tonys, we see different Steves, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I don't need them to be permanent fixtures. I don't need to be like, hey everyone, I'm Iron Man again. Yes, I'm dead, but also he's dead, I'm not, and now I'm Iron Man. That'd be a little weird.
Yeah, that'd be a little much.
I wouldn't be mad if like he showed up again in a movie and then was like, well, this isn't where I belong.
Like if he showed up as Superior Iron Man,
yeah,
like they were talking about,
like a different version of Iron Man or something from another universe. That'd be fine. Cool. But yeah, like I don't need it to be like, hey, I'm 08 Tony Stark. I didn't die. I'm back. No, like I don't need that.
That's some TV show stuff.
Yeah, they're like, oh, ratings are going down. Better bring them back.
And if that's what you need to bring it, then just end it.
Yeah.
Or don't, and just see what happens. Just finish it out, and then don't ever do it again.
I'll watch it either way.
Yeah,
but I just don't want them. Let's do it in a way that won't be lame.
Yeah. Same.
Like make it just make it a No Way Home situation.
Yeah, fair.
And just have them go back to their own homes at the end of it.
Yeah.
They're like, kill them. My job here is done. Or kill them all over again.
That'd be great.
That'd be fucking wild.
That'd be a lot. I love that. Like, oh well, and that's the thing, because and that's what things people are saying, like, oh, none of this matters, and that's my thing. People are pissed off. They're like, why do I have to watch all these shows and blah blah. You had to before, first off, and secondly, you knew this was what it was, and thirdly, have you read a comic book? Because this is how comic books work.
A lot of them tie in.
This is how books work.
There were comic books where you're reading it and they mention something with an asterisk next to it,
and they tell you to go to another
little box in the corner. It's like, see issue whatever of this comic that is not titled this fucking character's comic.
Thank you.
Or if it is, but like it's like, go read this other book to find out what they just talked about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand why we're complaining about things that are doing the things that they're supposed to do.
I can see it in the kid at work was talking to me about it, and he's like, this is one reason issue I have with Phase 4 was that apparently at one point it was Kevin Feige or whatever someone in Marvel, it might not have been him, it might have been somebody at Disney, one or the other, was like, hey, going forward, it's going to be shows and movies. You won't need to watch the shows. Apparently, at one point he said this. May or may not have said that you don't need to watch the shows to keep up on the movies. And I'm like, well, if he said that, well, then he was kind of wrong. But I'm already used to watching all of their stuff, so it's not like it's harder to watch a show than a movie. For me, I watch it. I don't care. I'm going to watch it.
Fair.
Like if you tell people, hey, you don't need to watch it all, but then when you're watching a movie and you didn't watch a show before it and you're lost, then yeah, I guess I get it. That's a fair point. But like you said, they've been like this from the start, where it's like, if you didn't watch Iron Man, you wouldn't know why Samuel L. Jackson's showing up at the end of Captain America.
Right.
Because you wouldn't know who he is.
Right. You
wouldn't know why.
But also, if you didn't watch it, you can still follow along.
Yeah.
And that's the issue I have. It's like context clues, guys.
Yeah.
It's like my issue, and not just my issue, but the other guy's issue with CinemaSins. When they're like, hey, we don't know their powers. They're like, well, it's showing it to you. And then all of a sudden somebody has a new power and they're like, why didn't they tell us about this? Which one do you want? You can't have both. They can show it or they can tell it. Which one? And then like when Shazam did the whole little powering up scene, hated it. Well, what are they supposed to do? Because when they come up with new powers, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, "This is dumb."
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Stupid.
In Wakanda Forever, I saw some people say, I think it was the kid at work told me, he was like, my problem with the movie was Ironheart.
She was like, yeah, there's a lot of problems.
Riri is her name?
Riri, yeah.
Riri, yeah.
Riri
He was like,
Williams.
he said that his problem with it was that they put her in there and they just talked about her, like, being able to build Iron Man suits and everything. And she had one made and it was like kind of janky. He's like, but she knew how to use it. He said he would have liked to see more of that, like her learning how to use it. And I was like, well, they did the tell not show to me. And I was like, because it wasn't her movie.
It wasn't her story.
It wasn't her movie.
This is an Iron Man.
They're gonna have the Armor Wars thing,
right.
Which even in those, it's not. It might do a flashback on her to show her how she did it, but it's established that she is a genius at a tech school for tech people, and she's like the smartest one of all of them.
It's at MIT.
And they talked to her about it. Like, you built this? She's like, yeah, I've built a few things. I built everything in here. Does this work? Yes. Have you flown it? Yes.
Chris,
then you know. That's how you know.
This is why I think all that's unreasonable.
Yeah. But to me, that's how you know. If you tell, don't show.
Fair.
Because that was already like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yes.
And
it was about Chadwick dying.
Yes.
And then the wing foot guy.
Yeah.
So where do we have time for that? So here's my thing. This is why I think it's unreasonable. Because they're like, oh, you need a backstory. But then the people who complain about not having a backstory, they never like the backstory.
Yeah.
And
if they just drop Kamala Khan in this movie without having her in anything else, they're like, well, who's this?
But then they didn't want to watch Miss Marvel because...
Yep. You're 100% right.
So it's like, what do you do? Because if you condense Miss Marvel down to a movie, that's a 3.5 hour movie. Simple and plain, because each show was like, what, 40 minutes?
Yeah, if you use everything from each episode, yeah.
So we're talking about like a 3.5, maybe 4 hour movie. Okay, cool. She got a great backstory, and now she's here. But you don't even like the backstory. So just ask him, like, okay, tell me whose backstory you like. If he says Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, it's like, okay, then we know what you want. And I'm not saying your buddies, whatever, but right. At the end of the day, Batman has all kinds of backstory. Do we need to see it again?
No.
And so, and here's the thing. This is why I also think it's unreasonable. How many times have we seen Batman tinkering things?
In the movies?
Not often.
Almost. The only time I can think of is in Batman vs. Superman.
Batman vs. Superman.
When he's building all the shit to fight Superman.
Is he really building it or setting it up?
Well, wasn't he making like the kryptonite gas and shit?
He did make the gas.
And then like him tying the crystal to the other stick. Him, like,
you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, why do we with certain characters we're like, hey, I agree, this person is smart. We didn't have to see him go to school. We didn't have to see him go through trials and tribulations of building a bat suit. We didn't have to see him go make his money. We didn't have to see any of that.
Oh, we saw him make his money.
No, fair. But what I'm saying is we didn't have to see all the actual yeah, but we didn't have to see a lot of people do a lot of different things. Yeah. Like, okay, let's just say Superman. What besides his like story and Clark and just in this Superman version, his story, Pa Kent, all that other stuff. What do you want him to see? What do you want to see him do on the farm? That would make him more interesting to you. You know what I'm saying? So like some things I'm like, why do we give Batman leeway? Is it because we've known him forever? Then let's just apply that to other people. Yeah. Hey, there's other stuff we can look at to find out who they are, just like Batman. Because when's the last time we had an accurate portrayal of Batman when he was younger? Never. Not never. Besides Batman Begins. And that was terrible. So I think we're just getting a little unrealistic on what we're asking, and I think that's unfair. But hey, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't agree with him. But yeah, I don't either. I understood the point he was making, but I was like, I don't agree with that. Well, you can tell and not show, and you can tell in much less time than you would take to show it.
And then I would say to him, When did Kevin Feige say this?
I don't remember.
No, I'm not asking you, but I would ask him, like, when did he say this? Because if he said this before the pandemic changed everything.
That's fair.
So let's just go ahead and stop that right there.
That's fair.
And if he said it after the pandemic, I don't believe he did, because they had already casted out the TV shows. Black Widow hadn't even came out. Nobody was filming. I don't believe that he said it then. So, yeah, he probably said it before. Yeah. Guess what? Shit changed.
Yeah.
So, again, are we just being unfair because we don't like who's... That's what I'm trying to boil it down to. People are like, no, it's the writing. Tell me what's written wrong. Yeah. And tell me... And then, like I asked somebody before... So are you telling me the only people who are written wrong are black people and women? Why is that the case? And he was like, well, just because. That's stupid. Anywho, let's get a dislikes. Do you have any dislikes, Chris?
None that I could think of, honestly.
I have one, and I don't know why. It just didn't. It rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. Maybe it's not nothing.
Is it the line? I remember you said you had a line you didn't like from Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, when he was like, all right, time to fly. She was like, I don't know how to fly. He was like, black girl magic now. And I was like, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, huh. Like, nobody reacted.
Yeah, that's all. It got into like, huh.
Yeah, nobody really reacted. And I was just like... Yeah, that could have been left out. Not because it was wrong, not because it just wasn't funny.
Yeah, like it wasn't offensive.
It wasn't offensive or anything because, two black people can say whatever they want to each other. Now, if it was Captain Marvel who said that to, hey, we'd be talking about a different show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little bit.
Tough room.
If it was oh shit, what's that guy's name who's married to Valentina from Black Panther? The white dude.
Oh, Martin Freeman?
If it's Martin Freeman, now we got a problem. But
maybe the Skrull was racist and that's the one they killed.
Yeah. In your bra. But yeah, so that was it. It wasn't anything too big. But okay, it was just like, what about Slushie Meter?
Okay.
What do you think? You got a number?
Yeah.
You got to think about it.
I got a number.
What do you got?
I'd go 4.
I'm going to go 4.5.
Okay.
Because... I don't know, man. The Beast did it.
I would say the Beast.
You gotta the Beast, Kate Bishop, King Valkyrie, Loki comes on tonight. I only worked a couple hours a day. There's so many reasons why I'm giving this a 4.5.
I'd say at least 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4.5.
Okay,
because of all those reasons.
Yeah.
The Beast really is still the deal.
So I did see some reviews for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Rotten Tomatoes or whatever. It was getting like 40s and 60%.
Okay, 60 not bad.
IGN gave it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
IGN, I usually don't go. I don't put any stock in their ratings. Yeah. I mean, it's. I can't really say that. I don't like their ratings unless I agree with them. But that's how ratings are.
That's also fair.
But that's ratings. That's exactly ratings.
That's exactly.
People don't agree with ours. They don't have to agree with it. But I didn't look at the reasons they gave it. I was like, 8 out of 10. That's the highest I've seen anyone give this movie that I'm going to see today.
Probably.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw it today. So I'm like, all right. Let's see. I liked it. Aside from that, I have not seen any positive. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't know. When she was pulling together the jump point, I sat in that moment and was like, this is a scene from a comic book. Maybe. Mm-hmm. I'm just guessing. But I was watching it. I was like, this is a scene from a comic book. This looks fucking amazing. She had the little strings and she was pulling it together. And I was like, this is good. This is what I want. I want to see it. We went from Iron Man in a cave to
with a box of scraps,
from the dude to she's in space pulling jump points universes together. I was like, this is the MCU is better than anything I could have read, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
What are we asking for? I'm liking to enjoy things, and I'm enjoying.
That was almost a dislike for me.
What?
Her having to stay behind in the other universe thing. But then we got what we got, and I was like, I can't be mad at this. I'm never gonna be mad at this.
It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, the director was like, "Gotcha, bitch.
This is what we got. This is what's at stake."
She was talking to you. She was like, "Gotcha, bitch.
This is what's at stake.
This is what's at stake."
This is what's at stake. Because I was almost like, I didn't.
But you knew something was gonna happen.
Oh, I could always hope.
I thought Captain Marvel was gonna die at one point when she was getting her power sucked away from old girl. I was like, "Oh yeah, well." I was like, people are gonna rate this movie high if she dies.
I thought maybe she was gonna go through the thing and like she could be with her best friend in the other universe or something. No, that is not what happened. But yeah.
Well, now think about it. Let's be real. Captain Marvel's back on Earth. Nick Fury's back on Earth. That's all I got.
Okay. This is what we know.
Earth is safe.
This is what we know. These
Midnight Oscar.
These are our demands.
Yeah, one day. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me, man.
Okay. I did have something I wanted to talk about on the podcast.
Oh shit.
When I was in the car earlier today, 93.5, the local oldies station.
Okay.
The guy was talking about the Marvels.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Oh, so if anyone's interested in Marvel movies still," I was like, "Okay, well that's one." He was like, "So,
idiot."
He was like, "Eternals, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I forget what other movie you mentioned, not Spider-Man." He's like, all pretty much box office flops for Marvel, and this one's shaping up to be the same. So if you still want to go see it, it's coming out. Critic reviews called it unexciting, difficult to follow. I'm like, difficult to follow?
Are you a child?
What kind of moron couldn't follow what happened in this movie?
I don't know.
You can't follow that people are like switching places with each other. You can't follow that this happens and then they go 1 day earlier in space. People are stupid. I was like, if you don't like the movie, you don't like the movie. But this is how popular it's gotten to bash the Marvel movies, that fucking radio disc jockeys on daytime oldie stations are shit talking the MCU, that you got like fucking Johnny D in the daytime shitting on the Marvels.
Wait, you said it's an oldie station?
Yeah.
So it's funny because
they call it the oldie station, but every now and then like some Pink Floyd finds its way in there.
Is that not old?
I mean, to me that's more, it's old, but to me that's more classic rock than oldies, which it is old. But when I was a kid...
Well, you gotta think how old they are.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the oldie station was like Motown, the Beatles...
I agree.
And like Simon and Garfunkel and shit like that.
No, I agree.
And now it's still somewhat that. And then it's like, ooh, 70s at 7,
Whoa.
80s at 8. And once a week, it's Beatles Wednesday, where every hour we can afford to play one Beatles song. And it's not the good one.
Yeah, fair.
So,
as we get older, Chris,
this is someone who likes the Beatles.
The oldies get more oldies.
Yeah.
So
then like
classic rock.
So where did those ones go?
They're still oldies.
Where did they go?
They're still oldies.
Is there an even older E's station?
Nope. Just part of it now.
Huh.
Yeah, you're just in the thick of it.
Then what's 94.5? 94.5 is the classic rock station. This is the same station, basically.
Well, they're specifically rock.
Yeah.
As opposed to oldies and rock.
And like every Sunday they do the Casey Kasem's Ghost as the fucking American top 40 from like 1960. The one week it was from like the 70s or 80s, and I was like, I know and I like these songs. Now the ones it was like, here's Marvin Gaye doing not that one song that you know from 1953. Here's so and so, and I'm like,
it's funny because
I don't give a shit about Kenny Rogers.
I can only assume people are. On the oldies channel, old people are listening to it like, you guys want to see the Marvelettes?
What year is it?
My mom and dad are like, hey, Marvelettes, I'll go see them. It's not interesting. Shit, they are.
Hard to follow.
They got one move. What are you saying?
Box office flop.
Well, yeah, they're 80. Of course it's going to flop. It happens.
Well,
things sag.
If I make it to 80 and I'm not flopping, let me tell you that I'm not making it to 80.
Then we're dead.
Yeah.
If I'm not flopping, we're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Dead as any dead fish.
But yeah, I was like, it's really popular now to hate on these movies.
It's everything, though.
Even from the people.
It's everything.
It's popular to hate things?
Yes.
100%.
It's everything.
Yeah, 100%.
And I hate it. Because I'm like, bro, can we just be happy?
Popular.
No.
That's not popular.
I hate that people hate things. Because I'm just like, man, I like this.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, I like sports. And I really don't watch sports anymore because it's all about arguments now. And it's like, like, I just don't understand, like, people, like, for example, just real quick, sports talk, sports corner.
Ooh, I'll see myself out.
Stand in the other corner.
Yep.
Why is my corner by the copier?
That's my corner. This is where I work. I can't work in the same corner that I sit in.
But no, so LeBron James is a year older than me. He's 38. He's in his 21st year playing basketball. He's doing it better than anybody has ever done at that year. Ever. He has the most points anybody's ever scored.
Wait,
ever.
Like at that age or?
Period.
Oh.
At that age and also over time.
Okay.
He's also performing better than 90% of the young people in the NBA. Like, he's like top 10. Like, top 10, like, scoring and whatever, right? There's still people on the internet like, he's done. Did you? He scored 30 points last night. Your favorite player is injured. He's 22. LeBron James is 38.
People get out of breath ordering a hot dog at a fucking basketball game and they're acting like they know.
Yes. I'm like, this is why I can't talk about sports, is because you guys are unserious. Like, you cannot like somebody, but you can't deny the facts. Like, the man is like last year they were like, he's not even top 10 in the NBA, or top 10% of the NBA. And I was like, okay, there's 450 players in the NBA, so he has to be top 45. Top 45, right? Top 45. He was a series away from making the finals. Just a series. Not like a game, a series. So he had to win 4 games to make it to the finals, which is,
I was about to ask.
The finals is 2 teams. So the ones before that is there's a Western Conference champion and an Eastern Conference champion, and then they face each other, the 2 champions. He was in the Western Conference champion against the Denver Nuggets. Like, he was on the Lakers. They were different. So that's 1 team, 2 teams. Then the Eastern Conference was another team and another team. There's 4 teams. You're telling me he's not top 10%, and there's only 20 people playing right now? You're an idiot. People just like to hate things, Yes. And it's not even the popular things. They just hate everything. I'm like, at least let it be popular. No, everything. Okay, well, that's why I gotta get off the internet.
Yeah, that's why I unfollowed a bunch of wrestling stuff.
Oh, wrestling is the worst.
Yeah.
What's his name? O'Shea Jackson Jr. Or whatever his name is. I think it's son. Yeah, Ice Cube's son. He talks about the WWE all the time. People will be in his comments shitting on him.
I think I saw something because like you reposted it, or
Probably.
maybe someone else that I follow that like reposted something of his, and people were like jumping up his ass over something.
Over like AEW, because he talks about AEW. He talks about he loves wrestling apparently. Yeah. He talks about all 3 factions. I don't know what the other one is.
Impact, I think.
He talks about all of them.
And there's like Japanese wrestling and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of things.
Well, he just talks about like the top 3, but AEW
like
mainly,
the big 3,
and whatever, and WWE. And he's like, oh, they should do this or they should do this, and people are like, you're not a real fan. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, you know what? Listen, you guys are fucking idiots. I'm actually going to WrestleMania tomorrow. Like when he went to this past WrestleMania and went to the one last year too. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, people. Yeah. Like, stop telling him what he knows.
Wrestling people on the internet are notorious for being just horrible people.
Just the worst.
But that's why I still like watching it. Yeah. But I unfollowed a lot of stuff because, one, I don't care for the people that are fans that I am in the fandom with.
Yeah, fair.
Because they're terrible. And also, I want to be surprised by wrestling again. And when the curtain has been pulled back, obviously, on pro wrestling in general,
because I feel like it's been pulled back a lot more.
Because everyone knows that it's not, that it is predetermined.
Yes,
everyone knows that now. So obviously, that's the cat's out of the bag on that. But like back in the day, you didn't know that your fucking math teacher drove like 2 states over and was a pro wrestler, and you didn't fucking know it because nobody took a picture of him and posted it on Twitter and was like, "Hey, look at this guy." Like, you didn't know that shit, and now you know everything about everybody.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that's how it is. But I don't want to know it.
It's too much information. I agree.
I don't need to know it.
I agree.
Obviously, they post their shit. If the wrestler posts something, they post something.
Right.
I don't need to see. Guess who? There's a show in this town tonight, and guess who we saw at the airport? I don't give a fuck. I want to watch the show and then be surprised when so and so shows up at the show, not at the airport.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know that shit ahead of time. I don't know. Oh, the Rumble's in this year. Next year, Rumble's going to be in Tampa, Florida. I don't want to see who the fuck is at the Tampa, Florida airport or in any surrounding. I don't want to see who's in an airport in Florida. Yeah. I don't want to see who's in an airport in that time zone.
Yeah, it's like
I want to see it when the 10, 9, 8, and it gets to 1, and they count it. The crowd can't count in sync with the timer, and then they go 1, and then there's a beat, and then it goes, and then someone's music hits, and I get excited. That's what I like. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. Well, so-and-so's coming back, but we don't know when. Great, now I'm just going to watch and expect them to show up every time. Yeah. And then when they don't show up, then I'm going to get angry because I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather not know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, like the only thing I saw recently that I was like, oh, I was waiting on that was Jade.
Jade Cargill?
Cargill. I've been following her forever.
She still hasn't wrestled.
Oh, she hasn't wrestled yet?
No.
Oh.
She's shown up on several shows in gear, like in wrestling attire, and they keep having her hover around the titles here and there. On one episode of NXT a couple weeks ago, someone was watching a title match, or someone was watching a match holding a title on a TV screen. The TV screen turned into her, Jade Cargill, on the TV screen watching them, apparently through same TV screen, looking at them, and then the person, or like as the person left the room, like the screen turned into that, and she was like,
hilarious,
because that's how TV works.
You know,
that's
funny.
How it works. Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah. But they're buzzing her. They keep her around, and I'm like, you know what? Good, that's fine. I don't need to know. I don't need to know when it's going to happen. Yeah. And I saw her post something on Twitter. And someone was like, when are you going to fucking wrestle? And she's like, I'm cashing my checks, and I'm not worried about it. So what do you care?
Yeah, 100%.
So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, basically.
like in so many words, she was like, I'm getting paid. Shut up, bitch.
Same.
And I was like, yeah, good for you.
I think, first off, she should have used a gif of The Rock saying, shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
That would have been great.
Hilarious.
Secondly, she's a unit. Thirdly,
yes. They wouldn't be saying that shit to her in person.
Oh, not at all. I've seen her wrestle. I personally think, and this is just me propping up the WWE as being the top of the top. I believe they're teaching her how to wrestle better. Because I don't think her wrestling was very stilted.
That's what I've heard.
And she's what's the big dude's name that I hate?
Big Show?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
She's Brock Lesnar of women.
Oh, like she's just like strong and like throws people around.
She's never lost a match, I think. I don't think. If I'm almost, because I follow her.
I'm pretty sure she went undefeated.
Yeah.
And then
for a long time.
and then lost the title, and then was like, I can be done.
And then that's when she got into WWE.
Yeah.
So
but if that's the case, then she must have been undefeated for a while.
She was undefeated for like a year. Like I think it was like 500 days. Like because they were keeping. Because I followed her when I was working at the gym. So that was 2018. I followed her because she was just a fitness influencer. I didn't even know she wrestled. So I was just like following a whole bunch of fitness influencers, and and then when I quit the gym, there were a lot of people I didn't even care about, but I kept following her.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. And then when she started wrestling, I was like, this makes sense.
Yeah,
because she is a brick shit house,
fucking huge.
Like her abs look hard.
Yes.
Like I was like, oh my god. And then when she got in the ring, I was like, oh, she's bigger than everybody. Like every single woman she fights, she's like at least 6 inches taller. And I was like, oh my god, she's huge. And yes, she can be like the next China. She looks the part, but she's so stiff in the ring.
That's another thing that I've heard is like people say green. She's green.
Yeah,
and that's not like they're in the indie wrestler. That's like the insider term.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, they can teach her how to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're probably doing.
Either better or just like to do it the way that they think is better,
more entertaining.
Yeah, because there's like WWE. Sorry to turn this into a wrestling podcast for a second.
No, I love it.
WWE is considered more mainstream compared to AEW. AEW is seen as the like wrestling fans, wrestling promotion, because people go out there and they get their fucking heads split open with chairs and barbed wire, and they get half the roster's fucking hurt half the time because they're going out there and fucking themselves up. And I get that that's entertaining, and that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I wouldn't find that entertaining, but
I did for years.
Same. But I'm also of a mindset now where I'm like, these are people.
Let's let them wrestle.
These are human people. Everyone likes to... People still make fun of Kurt Angle for developing a painkiller problem after all the shit that happened to him while wrestling back in the day when he had like a broken neck. Obviously that happened at the Olympics. That was part of his character. But like people were wrestling hurt all the fucking time. And they either didn't know it or they weren't able to do anything about it. And so now they're like, oh, haha, Perk Angle, haha, Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy with his painkillers or alcohol addictions. And I'm like, well, is this not how it happens?
Here's my thing.
Is this not how it happens?
In 2023, it's so weird that those people who make fun of these people, did we not see this happen in the 80s? Because, I mean, everybody was on drugs.
We did, but most of them died.
Yeah,
most of them died in the fucking 90s to like early 2000s.
I remember when I started watching, like every Raw was like, rip so-and-so, and then it was like, started Raw, and I was like, who's that? Jimmy Fly Snuka. I'm like, I know these people. Then they show a little montage. You see Doink the Clown, and then all of a sudden, it's like, all right, let's get to the real show because they all died of overdoses. And I was like, oh shit.
They died of overdoses, or they died of complications thereof, or they died of this condition that was caused by getting hit in the head too much, or this or that. And WWE, suicide, or murder-suicide, or WWE, they don't do that anymore. They don't do like running in and fucking bashing your fucking head in with a chair anymore. Which, that's what people love to see. I get it. But also, that's what fucks people up in the long run.
But isn't it great not to see the 60-year-old guy like Ric Flair come back and still try to wrestle? Because I assume he just needs money.
Ric Flair...
Because he looks terrible.
He's old, and he is broken down.
It looks great when he's like, beep,
and he has
he
has retired like 3 times.
Exactly.
He is set to have he is supposedly set up to have his next retirement match against Sting, another old man.
He's in the AEW now, right?
Yeah, both of them are.
Yeah,
that I've talked to
because he retired and then he went to. That's weird.
He retired from WWE. Then he was like manager, did this and that. Then he went to TNA, and then I don't know if he actually had a retirement match there, but he did his thing in TNA. Then he went to. I don't even think he was signed to anybody. He had his retirement match against Jeff Jarrett like last year or earlier this year for some reason, and that happened. And now he's supposedly set to have another retirement match against Sting. And people are like, yeah, that's going to be great. First off, it can't be. It can't be. These are two men. I hate to say it. These are two men who, as someone who was never in his prime, these are two men who are past their prime, undoubtedly.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you're going to want them to go out there and expect anything of them? Ric Flair's he's going to bleed all over the place and hopefully not die. And I don't mean that to be funny. It's funny to say it, but I feel like Ric Flair might not be happy unless he dies fucking wrestling.
I agree.
From that documentary that I watched about him, this is his life. Yes, he does all this other shit like the Ric Flair energy drinks and the Ric Flair drip videos and all this and that. But like the wrestling stuff, like why do you think he keeps going back to it? Because he doesn't know what to do otherwise.
If there was a way that football players could go back, and they would do it. There's a lot of football players who would love to die on the field.
I can imagine.
Because they don't know what else to do. Because like I said, I went to school to play football. And I remember back in like 2012, there was this guy named Carnell something. And he played Ohio State. And somebody was like, oh, blah, 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 school. He was like, we don't come here to play school. We come here to play football. And I thought that was just genius. And everybody was like, oh, boo, like you should value your education. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to go to the league. I don't care about this education. And that's literally what he said. And then he went to the league. And then he made some money. And then he went back and got his degree. Shut the fuck up. I need to make this money. Don't like, I'm going to do what I got to do. So like, these people, once they leave school and go to the league and then they play for 10, 15 years, they're considered in their field old, decrepit. They got to retire. You know how old they are? 32.
Yeah.
They're 32.
That's why I'm kind of surprised. Like you said, LeBron James is like 38. I'm kind of surprised he's still out there.
That's why it's unbelievable.
And doing so well.
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Somebody, I was watching a podcast, they were like, hey, this is from 2017. LeBron James may have to do a minutes restriction because he's getting older. That was 6 years ago.
And did he have to?
No. He won a championship like the year before.
Did they make him do it so other people would have a chance?
No, they're saying because they don't want him to get hurt. He didn't get hurt for the first time in his career until 2019. That was 4 years ago. That was the first time. And so they're like, this year, they came into the season, all the shows were like, he's on a minutes restriction. He won't play more than 29 minutes a game.
How long's a game?
48. So they're like...
It's still more than half.
I agree.
It's still more than half a game.
I agree. But 29 is relatively low, though.
So there's 5 people on a court per team, right?
Yes.
How many people are on the team total?
15. Usually 15 or 12.
I think it's switch people out.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But why would you?
But those people are worse.
But why would you switch LeBron James?
Those people are worse.
Like if it's LeBron James and I'm sitting on the bench, guess who doesn't want to be in the game?
Well, same.
Me.
Well, that's like what Kobe said. Kobe's like, why don't you pass? He's like, well, because I'm passing somebody worse than me. That's fair. I agree with that. So, but yeah, so I was just like, they were like, oh, minutes restriction. First game you played, 35 minutes. They were like, well, that minutes restriction is out the window.
Well, it wasn't 40.
And then he played like 40 the day after. So, like, yeah, because they needed him to because he's good.
There you go.
And because the team sucks.
If he's your star player, why wouldn't you play them?
Well, he shouldn't be because there's a younger player who should be stepping up, but he's terrible.
Well, then the younger player should get better.
I agree.
As someone who's never played sports in any reasonable capacity, I played sports.
That professional player should be better.
As someone who was never any good at sports, they suck and should try harder.
Get up off your ass.
Get off your fucking ass and play some basketball.
Ain't that right, Kim?
And I don't want to hear any political talk from you. I don't want to hear anything else. I just want to see you shoot some hoops.
Kim, there's people dying in the world.
Not in my house.
That's fact.
Not in her house, I'm sure.
Okay. Let's be done with this.
Okay.
Well, that was The Marvels. Go check it out.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Okay. Go check us out at all the places. And, hopefully this comes out Friday. All right.
Hey.
It might come out Saturday because your boy is dying. All right, guys. That's it. We'll talk to you later. This has been Keith.
And this has been Lieutenant Chris.
And, interesting.
Sorry, Captain. Fine, Captain
No,
Chris. I'll
that's-
promote myself. You're right. I earned it.
CC. All right. That's it now. All right. Bye.